Hey adventurers, welcome to our DCC actual play. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves? We'll start with Ryan.
Hey, I am Ryan Doyle with the Vertigo Table, and I am pumped to be here.
Sean.
I am Sean from Delver, and I've never played before, but I've already made a world for this setting, so I'm super excited.
And of course, I'm Judd. Hopefully, if you're watching this, you know me here at Short Rest Studios. And our special guest running the game today is Bob Worldbuilder.
Yes, that is me.
He officially changed his last name just this last week to Worldbuilder.
Fun facts. All right, so yeah, for the viewers who are probably pretty familiar, DCC. This is a homebrew module that I wrote up, and these guys are the guinea pigs because I do plan on running this at Green Dragon Fest later this year. So if you happen to be going to that, don't watch this video until after Green Dragon Fest.
Tell them that.
But everybody else, you're good. Okay, so we'll introduce your characters in just a minute here. Your starting characters, maybe I should say. But what you guys know. Actually, yeah, here's my little background flavor text. Purple reptilians stalk the fields, hunting the cattle and chasing wayward townsfolk. Their tracks lead from that cursed mine in the mountains. These monsters must be routed, but what else might be found in the old mine's depths? So, the villagers around here have described these reptilians as squat humanoids covered with dark purple, jagged scales with wide tails that kind of drag on the ground behind them and carrying these crude stone hammers. Now, you've also heard that another party of adventurers had gone into this mine 2 nights ago, but so far, none have returned. And the players know those are their backup characters. Now, each of you also knows one other random rumor here. So everybody roll a d6 and just shout out what you get, and I'll just read off some things here.
2.
2. Okay. So actually, yeah, so we'll start with Judd with the 2. And what you can do, Judd, is sort of describe your character, maybe in a tavern, wherever you happen to be in a generic, medieval fantasy village. And you can also describe just what this random NPC happens to look like who's about to tell you this rumor.
Okay. So, all right. A tavern. Verdelaine is a former merchant, become a wizard adventurer. He's relatively young, so he's not that typical fantasy wizard. Well dressed because he was kind of wealthy at one point in time. But this adventuring life, he's well dressed but kind of dirty. He's enjoying a pint, speaking to. Let's see. Who's he speaking to? The serving wench, Elsa, and her. She's a moderately pretty young lady with buck teeth, and long brown hair. There we go.
Great, and through her buck teeth, actually, it's a little ironic for this rumor. Oh, I'm showing my notes here. She tells you.
Rewind that.
She tells you, young Verdelaine, that, well, those mountains, there is a cavern up there that apparently connects to these mines where those reptilian tracks have led, but rumors tell of a tusked giant that lives in that cave and has been there for many, many years. So you might want to look out for him.
I'm not worried about him.
Wonderful. She serves you another drink.
he's trying to hit on her.
Okay.
He likes the buck teeth. No.
All right. Now, who else? Just somebody call out what you got for your roll.
3.
A 3 from Sean. Okay. So you can also describe your character and then just a person they're talking to. Or perhaps if it's not a person, maybe some somewhere else that you've heard a tale of this region, I guess.
Ooh. I will say that nearby Marion is traveling through the wood. Marion being this very lithe elf with long auburn hair and like a very heavy set cloak. Not necessarily to hide his features, but it's very much to cover his ears, despite them poking up at the sides very, very tellingly. As he travels through the woods toward the village, he whispers with the trees and speaks with the wind, hearing the different tales that they tell and what they've heard from those in the village.
Oh, also very apt. You've heard tales and maybe in passing seen some evidence, but wasn't quite ready to investigate it at the time, that these very mountains are haunted by spirits that trail a strange pink ectoplasm. Unsettling.
Very.
Okay. And Ryan, yourself.
I am rocking a 5. Terramaya the Brigand is the only thing more swole than his muscles is his mustache. He's got this dope handlebar like coming off the bottom of his chin. And he's got these red and white circus-esque pants.
Yes.
That he's just like hoping someone. This is my favorite piece of art ever. So it's mine now. He's kind of like leaning back in a corner of the bar, hoping that someone makes fun of his pants so he could kill them. And he is rubbing the condensation from his ale on the table, tracing the lines etched into the table, which hopefully makes some sort of sense for this rumor.
Interesting. Well, okay. Well, here we go. You're looking for a fight, maybe. So somebody, actually, another server comes up who definitely does not seem to be equal to your fighting ability, and comes up and says, "Hey, quit! You're gonna stain the table. Use a coaster. Come on." And for some reason, what you drew there, it does strike me as. It reminds me of those old dwarven runes. They said that a lot of dwarves used to live in these mountains before. Oh, what am I doing? You just stop it. Just quit it.
Terra doesn't use coasters.
Well, then don't you have an adventure to go on? Just finish your drink and get out. So
now I just want to make fun of his pants.
Yeah, maybe they were too under the table. I didn't really catch the pants. But who does catch the pants is probably Verdelaine and Marion, your companions who you were waiting to meet outside of this tavern to basically go follow up on whatever this other adventuring party had tried to investigate in this mine not too long ago. So you guys unite outside this tavern. And what I also want to do is have everybody roll a d6 one more time for a little connection, just to link up like how your characters might have some different relationships with each other. So just shout out what you get.
I got a 3.
Okay, 3 from Ryan first is what I heard there. So you carry a grudge against one of these two guys. You can decide what that's about and which other person it is, and you don't even have to explain it now if you don't want to. It's just something for you to, take a note of and maybe drop in later if you feel like it. Sean, what'd you roll?
2.
A 2. So not quite a grudge. You can take this either positively or negatively, but you think of another one of these two fellas as a competitor. So this could be like a friendly rival, or it could be like they're always like getting the better of me kind of thing. Whatever direction you want to take that. And Judd, what about you?
5.
A 5. Interesting. You have a connection with one of the adventurers lost in the mine. So this could be your own backup character. It could be one of their backup characters. But one of these guys stole something from you in the past. So you can decide what that is and who it is as well. So, any words to be shared between you three before you head out, or while you're starting your trek up the mountain here?
Where did you get
I
those
give
pants,
Verdeline-
Terramaya?
Yeah, I was waiting. I give Verdeline the stink eye. Glass cannons shouldn't throw stones.
Did you
Wizard.
did you steal those from the clown in that carnival we saw last week?
I did. You were literally there. That's what happened. I killed that guy and stole his pants.
You killed the clown?
Yeah, I told you to cast sleep, but I guess it's not in your book, so I had to kill him.
I tried. You know how it goes.
I have very thick thighs. It's very hard to find pants that fit. So
All right.
they're very
As
slim.
you three start heading away from the tavern, you're marching back up into the hills here toward the Evanwood Forest. Name's not too important for this. It actually starts to storm. There's some thunder outside. Some rain starts coming down, and after an hour or so of hiking, you reach this cave following these reptilian tracks up the mountains. So you see this rocky hill. From the top of this hill, there seems to be a wisp of smoke rising up even through the rain. And most notably, catching all of your eyes, this cave entrance seems to be blocked by a bear-sized, maybe even a little bit bigger than that, 10 feet tall or so, humanoid, very ape-like, burly, wearing very crudely stitched together hides and leathers, tusks sticking up out of his lip.
Heard about this guy.
Yeah, and he happens to right now be snoring very loudly, just right in front of, blocking this main entrance to the cave. What do you do?
What did you hear?
Would it be physically possible to skirt around him to get
It
into
would
the
be
cave?
a challenge, but yes.
Terramaya, go ahead.
I am not the sneakiest, but
Not in
can
those
I kill him if
pants.
he wakes up?
He looks pretty tough. And to reiterate, this wisp isn't coming out of the cave entrance, rather, but from somewhere on top of the hill. That's smoke.
Would it
Okay, let's
be
put it to a vote. Do we want an alternate means of ingress, or should we try to sneak around / kill this guy? That vest is not very flattering, so I say we try
It's
not
more
to fight him.
It's more flattering than those pants.
Oof.
How many hit points do you have?
I think it likely that we should check above where the smoke is coming from first, just to make sure that there might not be an easier way in.
I wonder what happens if you cast sleep on someone who's already sleeping.
As you ponder that, we'll say at least Marion is making his way up the side of this hill.
Oh,
And you see there is a hole in the top of this hill where smoke, and as you get closer, you notice it's also like steam coming out from some, I guess, chamber right beneath.
does it smell like stew?
It actually does, yeah.
Interesting.
I wonder what he's cooking in there.
How wide is it? Would we be able to individually fit down it? Like, say we
Yeah,
had a group or
absolutely.
something,
Yeah, it's
or-
probably just enough for one at a time to skirt your way in there.
I might have a solution to our problem here. Let's make sure that it works the way I imagine it would. I do have the means to slow our descent down the hole, should it be necessary.
How is that?
I don't think you would necessarily want to know the answer to that. It will
I have
have.
I have a rope.
I was going to
That
say,
is also- that
being
is
very
also-
like, it might be going above and beyond what's necessary here.
Why don't we try the easy way first?
Hmm.
I vote for elf magic.
I'm gonna go back down and try my luck with the Tusky.
Okay.
That friend of yours?
And just try to sneak by him.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
I mean, I bought it. I'm in.
Yeah.
But anyway, I will say this too. Probably by climbing up the hill, you got a little bit of a closer look at this guy. You also saw that his one of his arms just looks weirdly like bruised on his forearm. Otherwise, he seems to be in pretty decent condition. But that just caught your eye as something strange. And also, I guess I should ask this: is anybody really taking a look into this smoky chamber at all before we jump in?
I was going to ask
Okay.
Miriam if he would look
yeah.
Would you
before we
Miriam
just
eyes.
jump in.
No.
He will use his elf
Does
eyes.
it look like stew?
Oh, perfect. Yeah. And your elf eyes see a large, dim cave chamber, now still light enough because there happens to be a fiery cauldron almost positioned right beneath the hole here that is releasing this steam and smoke into the air. But you can see, trying to peer through the smoke, it's a little challenging, but from here you can tell that there are a few figures inside. They look smaller than you guys, might be, as you've been reason to believe, could be these reptilian things inside. But again, through the steam and the smoke, hard to get a clear look at how many. I would say it's definitely not significantly outnumbering you guys, but you see more than one.
I do have a quick question, just
Yeah.
based off of the description that we have received. I do want to ask, one of my known languages is troglodyte.
Okay.
Would I recognize the description as matching to troglodytes?
No, but
Okay.
I would say that if there's a time when you want to try to talk to these guys, we could probably just make some rolls for that. Like, you don't think these are troglodytes, but maybe there's some connection here.
Okay, I'll put that in. I'll relay to the others. I'll say there's a cauldron right underneath this hole. If we seek to go down, we will fall into it unless we swing, but that might draw the attention and the ire of the creatures that I see below us.
I'm not very good at swinging.
You could fall. That's fine. You could roll.
I'm not very good at rolling.
I'm sure Taramaya here will just brute force it as he always does.
He could. Will you catch me, Taramaya, if I jump in?
Well, I think I should be up top holding the rope for the wizard pinata that we're creating. I tie off the rope to
Let's
a
go
nearby
for it.
tree. If this
Yeah,
is,
or
if
like a
this is
boulder or
forested
something, we'll
hillside.
say. Yeah.
And yeah, I start letting it down, watching to stop it before it hits the stew, and then tighten it off so there's not 40 feet of rope just coiling at the base of this hole.
Okay.
within
But
the
you are
cave.
letting a length of rope just like kind of come down out of the hole in the room.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, interestingly, doesn't seem to create any kind of commotion inside.
All right.
I mean, yeah,
Ladies first, Ferdeline.
you're the one wearing those pants.
They're the most
one got
manly
hugged.
pants you've ever
She's-
seen. No.
Are they
All
bell
right, but-
bottoms too, like the guys
Well-
on the cover?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But let's do this.
sure.
So yeah, for
Alright.
descending the rope here, are you trying to do this without drawing much attention, Vertelaine?
Yes, but before I
Alright.
do that,
Oh, go ahead, yeah.
I would like to cast a magic shield on myself
Oh, cool.
because
okay.
I don't trust Taramaya.
I wouldn't either.
I trust him about as far as he'd get in those pants in the city. So all right.
Has no fashion sense at all.
All right, so my spell check roll is going to be a 1d20 plus 3, and that's a 17, 20. I rolled a 20. But I also have to roll a d6 for the manifestation of the spell. And I rolled a 5.
And what did you say you were casting again?
Magic shield.
Right. Okay.
So I rolled a 5. So it manifests as a black bottomless tear in the seam of reality.
Another hole forms beneath Verdelaine as suddenly with a 17. I mean, I guess you can also describe, if you'd like, what the shield looks like around you as it rises up from this hole, or perhaps the hole itself like folds around you.
Yeah, I guess so. Like I look like a walking hole now. It doesn't make sense to you. It kind of hurts your head when you look at it.
Sure.
Because it doesn't seem like it should work that way.
There's like a bizarre kind of funhouse mirror reflection of Verdelaine through this like strangely dark shadow that's just floating around him. And if you're, just in case you're not looking at it, that's a +4, I think, bonus to your AC for 2d6 rounds.
So I actually got a 20. It was 20 with my bonus.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I get the +4 for 1d3 turns.
Excellent.
And it says I can apply it to myself or one ally that I can touch, but I'm applying it to myself.
Okay.
The shield also blocks magic missiles automatically. All right.
Nice. All right.
So I got it for 1 turn.
1 turn. Okay.
That sucks.
10 minutes or so. All right. So we'll keep that in mind. You're shielded up. Now are you heading down?
Yes, as carefully as possible.
Okay. So with that in mind, give me an agility roll.
Oh, I set my D20 down with all the other dice, and I can't tell which one it is. Oh, wow, man. I'm going to have to roll with these more often. That is a 19.
Excellent. All right. So Verdelaine, as you stealthily slither down this rope, it is a weird dark shadow. I guess for a moment, even like blotting out the light in this room that's coming in through the hole above, and like kind of shielding some of the rain for a moment. You slide down, being careful not to, careen into the cauldron or anything. But you have a much clearer view of this room immediately. And you can tell that it's pretty large, like a movement or so diameter, relatively round, domed room, steamy and smoky because of this fiery cauldron in the center. There's sort of a ramp and like a stone ledge off of one side. Again, just raw cave, like natural erosion formed. And up on top of that ledge happens to be a chest. Now, also in this area, there's you notice a little crawlway, like a tiny entrance, basically point of egress that heads off in the opposite direction of like the entrance where you saw the large figure there, the tusked guy. And there's sort of some slime, some like pinkish slime around this crawlway. But there's also in this room a closed door, 2 what look like mine shafts, one of them headed toward that large sleeping fella. And then maybe most readily important, 4 of these purple little reptilian guys. 2 of them look like they're kind of just like muttering to each other, not looking at the cauldron. One of them is sort of like throwing little pebbles toward the fire, just looks kind of bored. And he is like looking that direction, but you must just be like masked by the smoke, where like right now anyway, he's not like taking notice up top at toward the ceiling. And the other guy, let's say he's just kind of keeping an eye on the chest. So what do you other 2 do while he's sliding down there right now? I guess you're maybe hearing this bits of this in like whispers from Vermilion, Verdelaine right now.
Vermilion.
Sorry.
I can't believe I convinced that hole to go first. And I start shimmying down the rope.
He should get a disadvantage on stealth for those pants.
For the pants.
I mean, I'll take it. You're still part of the party, bro.
We can let the pants slide for now, but do give me an agility check.
What about
assuming you're
chainmail?
also trying to do this? with the chainmail, yeah, I think that just subtracts to the roll. I can take a quick look at the equipment here.
I know it subtracts from my initiative if we're playing that
Right,
way.
same penalty.
Yeah.
So it'll be
Agility.
-5
Same penalty.
to your roll
Okay.
from the chainmail.
Cool. All right, so 14 in total.
Oh, 14 in total. Why? I would say my like kind of general DC is a 15. So if you burn a point of luck, you'd be good. Otherwise, you could save that luck for something else.
Luck is on a lot of things. And that's the difference between my mod. No, I will burn 1 point of luck.
Okay. And remember, that comes out of the
I
full
have-
score too. Yeah.
Yeah. I have 1 to give before it starts affecting everything else on my sheet.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So then you're also on this rope, kind of above Vertilane, I guess, still just hanging here now. You're just descending together. So,
We're
Marion,
on the rope.
are you doing anything right now? Are you?
Marion, after watching the two of them go down, he's just gonna kind of loop his arm around it and begin to slide down as well.
Okay. So give me an agility check as well. Oh.
It's a 7.
Oh, a 7. So you could burn a lot of luck or just take it.
I'm just gonna take it.
Nothing is gonna knock us all off the rope.
All right. Let's see. Yeah. Can you think of a minor inconvenience? Well, this isn't really a minor inconvenience. This is more just like as the third figure comes in, blotting out the hole for a second. That guy throwing the pebbles looks up, calls out in some strange tongue that maybe, Marion, you recognize as a similar sort of word for something like intruders, and the other 3 all kind of ready their weapons, staring at you. What do you 3 do while you're hanging on this rope?
I start swinging my legs to give us momentum,
Okay.
and I am preparing to jump off this rope with a sword in my hands.
Should I try to cast sleep again?
Yeah, I guess we're sort of in a tense pause here as they're like waiting to see what you guys will do next as the rope starts swinging.
All right.
They can't like do anything to get to you all right now, so
I'm gonna attempt to cast sleep on these. I'm gonna hope that I do really well, because if I do it really well, I can put all 4 of them to sleep.
potentially, yeah.
Potentially. So
At the very least, you'll have a
something do
group of 2
poorly.
that are right next to each other. Yeah.
I did not do that. It wasn't bad. At least it wasn't bad. So you see me, that weird hole at the bottom of the rope. Waves of blue light suddenly emanate from me towards these purple reptilians, and so I rolled a 16, which says
Okay.
up to two targets within range fall asleep for 1d6 turns.
Nice.
So 2 turns.
Yeah. And I'll just note for everybody, can be awakened through normal means.
Mhm. Yes.
So we'll just keep that in mind too, that maybe want to think about the volume of whatever else you're attempting, or try to keep the others away from them or something. But yeah. Okay.
I have to specify a condition that will automatically awaken them. For example, being kissed by a prince. That's
That's
it.
the one.
That's the one.
Okay.
They have to be kissed by a prince.
Or normal means, but they will
normal.
automatically wake up if a prince happens to kiss them. Okay. Great. So, but what do we say? That was 1d. Oh, roll the turns. 1d6, right?
I did. It was 2.
Oh, got it. Okay. So yeah, they could potentially be out for quite some time. All right. We'll have the other 2 of you go first. While 2 of those guys, we'll say, did you want it to be the 2 reptilians who were like right next to each other, passed out?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So they just kind of conked together. You guys on the rope, what are you doing? And then the remaining 2 will act.
Yes, I'm going to leap off of the rope, pulling out my longsword in the process, and try to jump onto one of the still awake purple lizard guys. Preferably the
Absolutely.
one closest to the treasure chest.
Okay, yeah, I'll say the ledge is probably the closest to you guys anyway, being up in the air now. So just make an attack roll and definitely roll your deed die for this. You're gonna want to roll kind of high on the deed die to like get a good landing on this ledge.
It's a 3 on the
Okay,
D-die.
nice.
And that's an 18 in total.
Oh yeah, so you easily are able to land a hit on one of these guys, and you just kind of like teeter a little bit on the edge of the ledge, like a foot scraping back, but you're able to plant your feet and you're up there. So roll your damage for the attack as well, which includes the 3 from the deed die.
And that's I don't re-roll it. Okay, so that is 9 in total. 9 damage.
Okay, 9 damage. Yeah, you instantly knock out, or actually with your sword. So just slay one of these guys.
And I look back at the 2 guys on the rope and I go,
right. Luckily, that one couldn't even let out a scream before Terramaya struck him down. Okay, Marion.
Following suit, I'm going to leap off as they're swinging the rope, and I'm going to go for the one that is next to the cauldron tossing rocks.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll?
Oh, right. Without being a warrior, it's a little bit of more maybe a challenge. So I guess you're trying to make an attack with a melee weapon here. Is that what you're going for?
Yes, with my 2-handed sword.
Okay. So roll the attack. Yeah, let's just roll the attack first. See how that goes. Okay. That might give us our answer.
Yeah. It's an 8.
oh,
Okay. So
Jeez.
You need to
off
get your
the
money
rope.
back for those dice.
But you know what? As Terramaya's momentum leaping off completely changed your own trajectory, you kind of tumble a little bit, not like landing on your target. How? Let's just see. You probably are going to take a little bit of falling from this. So let's just see. 1 damage, could be worse. Take 1 damage from the fall. Do not land an attack. And now this last awakened reptilian is going to shout out, what's happening? Or actually, what am I saying? He's definitely not speaking a language you recognize. So yes, it's some strange burbling that you cannot understand at all, but loud enough to stir the other 2 who are still kind of like sitting, like what's going on? They don't seem very ready right now. But he's going to take a swing at Marion, who just fell down. So. Oh, but that's only a 7 to hit you as he tries to bring his little club down on you. Now, yeah, those other 2, it's their turn right now. They're sort of like waking up in a daze, not understanding what the heck is happening at all, but seeing that they're suddenly being invaded, are definitely going to spring to action quite literally, as with their weird, flat, wide tails sort of launch off the ground. One of them right over toward Marion, and the other one, actually, Vertelaine, you're still on the rope, are you?
Yes.
Okay. So one's going to leap right over
give me a push.
One's going to leap right over to Marion, and the other one's just going to make his way toward the ledge, probably like beneath you right now, Terramaya. And let's see, do they have the wherewithal to also like get an attack right now? Yes, they do. Okay, so they're both going to make attacks. Marion, really low to hit you as well. That's definitely going to be, only a 7 or a 6 rather to hit you. But, is this guy able to try to, he's just going to throw his weird rock hammer at Terramaya, leaving himself unarmed, but this will probably be a hit with a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. 4 damage to you, Terramaya. Wow, as you get clobbered by this rock hammer.
It was the pants.
Yeah, now he's still just like screaming there, unarmed, like almost trying to scramble up the ledge, like very feebly so. But back to you guys. So Vertelaine, you were first. What are you doing?
I'm trying to decide if I should get down off the rope or just cast another spell.
Yeah, it seemed like they weren't able to get to you right there. So
yeah. So okay. So where are they now? Where are the enemies at this point?
Yeah, one is at the bottom of the ledge below Terramaya, probably like half a move away from you, and another one is actually pretty close near Marion, who probably didn't make it very far from the cauldron. So really only like almost right beneath you. Yeah.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna cast Choking Cloud from my
Sounds
position
dangerous.
on the rope. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. So, oh, that's a D8 for the manifestation. So, let's see. Oh, that wasn't good. That was a 4. So,
Okay.
a
Is that
7.
lost for the day?
So I lost it. Yes, is lost for the day. Oops.
Oh no, you can't accidentally choke everyone. Would that affect
Yes.
everyone? That's what I was kind of afraid of there for a second. I don't know.
What the heck? Now there's just like a thick, oily fog hanging in the air. That's not. It doesn't have any effect on you, but it's
Yeah,
there.
it's like for a moment, Vertelaine was sort of mustering the smoke and steam, like right, lifting it up out of the cauldron, but then it just kind of like dissipates and sort of blows around the room harmlessly.
And I'm still hanging on the rope.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What's you're just a human, a young human wizard, right?
Yes, yes.
What's your strength score?
Not much. 8.
Okay, give me a strength check for still hanging on this rope while for a couple rounds while casting multiple.
Oh yeah, that's
spells.
a 4.
Okay, you fall off the rope and take. Let's just do a D4. Oh, but it happened to be 4 damage.
Ah.
You clonk your head on that cauldron on the way down. Yeah. Okay. Terramaya, you're up.
Did gas just come out of that hole and I like golf swing because he's below me with my
Yeah.
longsword?
I don't know. Am I still a hole? I don't know how long it's been.
10 minutes, you said, right?
Oh yeah, it was only 1 round. Yeah, so I'm not a hole anymore.
But that would your magic shield
Oh, a
wouldn't have,
combat
I
round,
don't
or-
think would have affected falling at all. Is all I'm
Oh
thinking.
no,
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
just because I'm not a hole anymore. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You're always a hole to me.
All right. So yeah,
I'm not
Terramaya
sure.
swinging your sword down to like cleave at this one at the base of the ledge.
I'm not sure how to take that, Terramaya.
That's an 8. You decided who my grudge was against instantly. All right, so it's not 18. I did
18
not. My
to
deed
hit?
is only a 1, but yeah, 18 to
Yeah,
hit.
excellent. Definitely a hit. What's the damage?
3.
3. Okay, that is enough to finish off another of these guys. I'll also just say for our maybe like zooming out for a second, I rolled the damage randomly for enemies in roll the hit points randomly for enemies in DCC. So if you notice like, oh, didn't that one have more hit points or whatever? That's why. Yeah. Okay. So that one was a little scrawnier than the others, we'll say. In fact, the 2 that are left seem to be the beefiest of them. So Terramaya has slain 2 pretty easily. But yeah, I feel like why am I not recapping this right? I think there's 2 left. I mean, I know there's 2 left. There were 4 total. 2 are dead, right? And I think they're both pretty much just right near Marion and Vertelaine right now, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Marion, it is your turn. Oh, and sorry, Terramaya, if you wanted to stay up on the ledge, that's cool. Or if you're jumping down, what are you staying up there? What are you doing?
I think I'm gonna keep the high ground. There's a treasure chest behind me.
There's still a chest up there behind you. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to like kick it open. I don't want to like commit a lot of time to it, but I'm gonna try to just like not pick a lock or anything. But if
it seems
open, I'm gonna
sturdy
open it.
enough that it's not gonna get open with a little nudge. But yeah, okay,
Cool.
So Marion, what are you doing?
Marion looks back at Terramaya and kind of squints, realizing that their competitor is doing much better than them thus far. And so he turns around to the final 2 and he brings his hands together as flames begin to emanate. He's going to cast Flaming Hands.
Cool.
That's what I was going to do next.
Let's
do
this.
Yeah, not burning hands, flaming hands. Okay.
Flaming hands.
And suddenly his hands burst into flame and he starts screaming.
I think
That's a
Sean's
nat
rolled
one.
all.
That's a nat
Oh
one.
my gosh. Okay. Well, this is fun.
Oh,
So
failure.
with a natural 1,
Oh.
lost. So you can't cast it again today. Failure and worse. So you're going to roll 1d6. And I want to say
Modified by
add your
luck.
luck score. Yeah, is
Modified
it
by
add or
luck, yeah.
minus
Yeah.
luck? Okay.
It's add. It's only minus when you're rolling a
fumble.
luck roll, because when you
Okay.
roll a luck roll, because luck rolls are under.
Okay. So roll
That is a 6
Sorry.
total.
6 total.
I do
which
also want to ask real
means-
quick.
Okay,
Does
a
mercurial
misfire.
effects also go on during this? even if I'm
Off the top of my head, I feel like no. I don't know if the mercurial happens if the spell failed. Yeah, it failed. So I don't really think so. Okay. Could be wrong about that. People will let us know in the comments. All right. So, but nonetheless, a misfire happens. So now roll a 1d4.
1d4.
And this is coming off the flaming hands table here for misfire to see what accidentally
That's a
happens
1.
instead. With a 1, flame jets from a random appendage, spoiling your aim. And randomly, do you determine where and in what direction the flame gouts? The jet does still cause 1d3 damage to everything within a 15-foot range of that direction. So I'll say you could easily get one of these guys and Vertilane, or just the other reptilian, or
Well, we know what would
tough
happen
choices.
if Terramaya was doing it.
I'll just take out the other reptilian.
Okay. Yeah, 1d3 damage. So he looks like he might survive this. So yeah, just do d6. Divided by 2.
What appendage is it?
Oh yeah, and I guess you could describe that if you'd like.
No.
I'll say it's his
Please.
left
Sneeze.
leg as it lifts it up by like the thighs.
Okay.
Like a flamethrower.
Excellent. And what's the damage from that?
1.
1. Okay. So you scorch the scalp of this one, and at this point, probably, all 3 of you have just gone. So we're definitely due for a morale check here. So we'll see what these 2 guys are feeling like. Okay. The one who got burned is like, no, I'm done. Okay. So he's gonna flee, and I guess as another thing, this is sort of a house rule. I kind of told you guys prior that I'm pretty loose with movement and stuff. So normally there'd be no like opportunity attack here. Since this is like a relatively small room, he's able to run down the one mine shaft that did not head toward the large guy outside. So he runs deeper into whatever this mine is. Now the other guy wants to stand his ground for some reason against the 3 of you, and he probably is going to run up toward that chest and try to protect their goods. And he's still just like yelling, but he's not going to throw his weapon. Instead, he's just going to run up there and try to take a swing at our warrior Terramaya.
The only effective threat in the room.
Yeah, but that is only a 7
Man,
to
I put
hit.
guys to sleep.
Only a 7 to hit. So definitely a swing and a miss, or maybe clattering off your sword. And now you're up there crossing weapons with this weird, short, purple reptilian guy. In this cool smoky scene. Now, bringing us back to the top of our round, that's Vertilane first. What are you doing?
All right. So do I have kind of clear line of sight to the reptilian, or is Terramaya blocking him? Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to try flaming hands this time. And as I prepare to careful. As I prepare to, I kind of give Miriam the side eye. Watch this.
Oh man.
That is a 20.
A natural 20?
No.
Oh, okay.
17 plus 3. So yes.
Okay.
Yes. So my hands suddenly begin to blacken and the skin peels away, revealing the bones beneath. And they're dripping lava.
Ooh.
So a blast of fire that spell produce a blast of fire that burns a single target within range for 1d6 plus caster level points of damage. So that would be d6 plus 1.
What I saw, didn't you say I was going to say, didn't you say a 20?
20. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, spell produces a blast of fire that burns up to 3. Okay, but I guess it's a similar effect here for our
it's the
purposes.
same. Yeah,
Got
so
it.
I'm going to show you, I rolled a 6 I don't
Excellent.
Even see that.
Okay.
So that means 7 damage.
Perfect. Oh, with 7 damage is slightly more than you needed to fully roast this guy.
Yes.
Just as you roasted Marion a second ago.
And then I turn to Marion and I.
And I'm going to put my fire leg down. I thought it was very cool.
At least it was your leg.
And for flavor at this point, after performing this intense burst of like the lava and everything from your hands, the fire under that cauldron had gone out. Like you've taken all the flame energy from this room. So it is now dim in here. Just the glowing embers hanging off of your own hands are kind of lighting this space. Unless somebody else, wants to light a torch or something, it's pretty hard for anybody except Marion to see in here. And actually, this is another important clarification, perhaps. Infravision is what we have here in DCC, not dark vision. Mm-hmm. So the way I think of that is truly closer to like infrared, where you can see a heat source, but can't necessarily make out features in the dark unless they're of different temperatures. So just kind of keeping that in mind as well. So it is pretty difficult for anybody to see in here, especially with the stormy weather outside. We don't have a nice beam of sun coming in through that oculus or anything. So let's just do that. Does somebody want to light a torch just so we're... Somebody have a torch? Maybe grab a log from the fire.
Yeah, I can cast flaming hands on it.
I'm sorry, Verdelin, can you not see?
I don't need to be able to see to cast spells better than you.
Okay, so let's say Verdelin grabs a branch from the fire, kind of lights it off the remainder of his fingertips there, and we'll start a little torch timer. Okay, and then promptly forget about that. Now we have Terramaya up near that chest. You want to take another whack at that?
Sure. Yeah, I'm going to shove the burnt up purple lizard guy towards the stew pot and turn around and try to open this treasure chest.
Okay, what do you do to try to open it? It's
well, if it's
like
latched,
you're grabbing the lid, it seems locked or sealed in some way.
I have thieves' tools, but I don't think I have the ability to use them. So I don't know how that works exactly. But phase one is I'm going to shove. Okay.
I was going to say you could totally try to use the thieves' tools, and then we just make this an agility check. It's just that a thief class would have like a much bigger bonus to using those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you could go for it if you want. Or you could just try to smash it, which you might be better at.
Yeah. Terry's first impulse, not like smash, but like wedge in the sword.
Got it.
Did you just call him Terry?
Terry to his friends. You haven't heard
me, so I can call him
you
Terry.
haven't heard that before. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, give me a strength.
Okay. I got 1 on it. That's a 12.
12. Okay. You do hear what sounds like some kind of trap mechanism go off inside the chest, but the lid doesn't open. So you're safe from whatever that was. You managed to set off something inside, but you still didn't open up yet. Yeah.
Nice.
So while all that's going
probably
on,
neutralized closed chest. And yeah, sorry, sure. What's Bertolane doing down there?
I was just going to take a look in the cauldron and see if I could figure out what's going on there, what they were cooking up.
Oh, it looks like some random root vegetables and like things just growing from the mountainside, like other plants that you saw outside. The body of some small forest creature that's just kind of like floating, and like it looks like it wasn't even skinned or anything. It's just in there now. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I don't think we want to eat that, guys.
There's definitely just like dirt and some small pebbles like floating to the surface inside. Yeah. Not very appetizing.
All right. What now?
Well, we got Terry in the chest, or Marion, if you want to try
Terry in the chest.
I was going to say, I don't believe I've seen it yet, but there is yellow ectoplasm down here, correct?
Pink. Yeah.
Pink,
it makes you angry if it gets on you. Oh, sorry. That was from Ghostbusters too. Sorry.
Yeah, but interestingly, that does, match the something you've heard prior.
Am I able to take a closer look at it? See if
Absolutely, yeah. What do you? So you go over to this crawlway, this little, just basically tiny tunnel that you could fit in, but you'd really have to squeeze. Maybe it'd be a little easier because it's all slimy. Who knows? And there's this weird, like pink, kind of translucent goo around it, sort of like trailing out the bottom, like weirdly, like the bottom and the top of this crawlway, not really on the walls.
Okay. You had mentioned that with my vision, I can kind of see heat. Am I able to determine if this is warm, if it's cold, if it's been here a while?
It's warmer than the like ambient, like than the rest of the like stone and everything else around. But it looks like it's probably been here a while, I guess. Kind of cool to the touch. Yeah.
Could I give it a sniff just to see if it smells?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Now the smell. Let's see. It actually weirdly smells a little bit like iron, like metallic. Yeah.
Ooh, if that's the case, I will immediately back away from it.
Okay.
If it smells like iron, and I'm just gonna go, I don't trust that. But I did hear rumors about strange ghouls and phantoms in the night in the mountains here, so be wary.
Yeah, and actually one other thing. Let's just see. Your elf ears definitely hear an odd, like, is it like water, like it almost, it kind of sounds like the bubbling stew, like some sort of burbling echo from at the whatever the other end of this crawlway must be.
Is it okay? So through the crawlway.
Yeah,
I will.
Yeah,
I will
pretty far
relay
from
that
you.
to the others, but I will keep my distance.
This is sounding an awful lot like Ghostbusters too. Like there's just a tunnel full of a river of slime.
Tunnel. I don't know. Okay. All right, Terry, take another whack at that chest. Let's get this thing open. Yeah. Unless you got a better idea, but yeah.
I guess I could
cast flaming hands on it.
No, I'm ready to. Now that I'm sure it's filled with poisonous gas, I'm going to open it real nice. That's a 15. So this is an improvement.
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. And actually, I would say it'd probably be an easier roll this time since you clearly loosened something up there a minute ago. You open up the lid. There are some like little darts like stuck on the interior of the lid as you open it up, and inside we have. Well, the first thing that catches your eye is there's a large book, a tome, if you will, sort of resting atop some other random goods. So I do want you to roll a D100 for me. We're just going to see what sort of treasure we get in here.
I'm going to.
And by treasure, I mean, this could be total junk because it's just a big random table.
I am not opening the book. I am tossing it over my shoulder at the wizard.
Nice.
That's a 13. Lucky 13.
A 13. Oh, you find a grappling hook, actually.
Opposed to the book? Or
with the book. Yeah, there was a grappling hook and a book in this chest.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Probably some cool shiny rocks too. Yeah, so which wizard catches this book? Both of you roll D20 agility.
It's like we're like bridesmaids.
Exactly.
You got it. I rolled.
Oh, did you say?
I rolled a 9.
Excellent. Okay, so Sean finally rolls high. So you catch this hefty book, leather bound. Who knows what kind of leather? Thick pages.
Human leather.
Smells weird. It's really old. Like if you crack it open at all, it's just like dry rotted almost, the entire thing. But what you would notice right away on the cover is that it is inscribed with some sort of dwarvish runes. So I don't know if anybody might understand the context of dwarvish, but if not, then that's what you get for now, unless you want to make any other kind of investigation here, or it's up to you.
Do runes carry with
so there used to be dwarves here.
Sorry, Sean, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is there any connotation of magic associated with these runes that I can
absolutely? Yeah, I would say at the very least, either of you two would be able to tell that this isn't just like a dwarf's diary. Like this is important. Yeah.
Today I dug a hole.
Yeah.
I'll just slip it away for now in case we need it for later.
Okay. All right. So this room had that slimy crawlway with the weird burbling. It had 2 mine shafts, one headed toward the big guy, one that the scalp burned reptilian ran down deeper into whatever this complex may be, and a closed door. What do you do?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say not the slimy hole, and I'm gonna walk over.
Terry, I think you should open the door.
I'm gonna put my ear to it first.
Okay.
Stand
Putting your
back,
ear
Marion.
to that door. Maybe hear like actually, yeah, you definitely can hear the muffled voice of what could be one of those lost adventurers inside. Somebody, is there anybody there? Like you hear you barely hear make out what they're saying, but just some faint yelling that's definitely a human or humanoid.
I say, let's rescue and/or rob these guys. TBD. And I open the door.
Okay, you open this door up. Now, there's a bit of a hallway here, a corridor. Looks like the other mine shafts, essentially, but for whatever reason, this one was closed. And as you start heading down, maybe we still have Vertelaine holding the torch kind of in the middle or the back, perhaps, wherever he's at, sort of lighting the way. You see the corridor opens up into a smaller chamber, and right away, the first thing you see are iron bars, like cross-hatched bars, a gate also in them. So it's kind of like another small version of like the room you were just in, round room, domed, but it's kind of split in half. And basically you see an adventurer locked in whatever this cage area is. And also, let's see, we're just kind of striding down here. So I think maybe are we moving stealthily down this hallway?
I mean, how stealthily can you move with a torch?
Yeah, not super stealthily anyway. So it's probably need a high roll. Okay.
Yeah.
So
sword, shields, chainmail. Like I'm not like running, but like normal pace. I'm not going to retroactively say.
So you just see as you're like locking eyes with whatever this guy is who's locked up, his eyes kind of dart to the side, and then from that side of the door, just one more head of one of these reptilian creatures kind of like peeks out and sees you and then ducks back. What do you do?
I turn the corner. The sword's already in motion, coming down.
Okay, so you can rush in there and make an attack. Go ahead.
Okay. That's a 15. That's a 15. Gentleman's 15.
Oh, excellent. That will hit. What's the damage?
Sorry. 8.
Oh, well done. Okay, so as this guy tries to raise his club and make an attack at you as well, you sliced right through it. You've studied their movements at this point. Not a very complex fighting style, and you're able to easily thwart this guy and bring him down. So now you're in this room. Again, adventurer locked up here, and we are going to... Actually, this happens to be whichever adventurer had stolen something from Vertelaine, I believe it was, had a bond with a lost adventurer, right?
You just see
so
my,
maybe
you see my
so you
face
can describe
turn
who this
red.
is, or rather, yeah. So now, you need to tell us: is it your own backup character, or did you choose one of these two? In which case, they can describe who it is.
I did choose my backup character. It's another. He's another enchanter. He's but he really went with he's wearing like a robe it's like purple with yellow stars all over it and a pointy hat. You know, it looks like yes, but he smells strongly of cheese. You notice, like the smelliest, stinkiest cheese. And I walk up to the bars and my face is just red with anger. You stole my Limburger.
Okay. All right. Well, he's probably among the mindset of like, You could have it back at this point. Just get me out of here. Yeah.
I already ate it.
He looks really worse for wear. For our intents and purposes of this, right now, he's definitely seems too weakened, too tired, too fatigued to participate.
Serves
But he's
him
gonna.
right.
But if you do happen to free him, he'll still tag along with the party for now until needed. So what do you guys do? Yeah.
I stick my
That's-
head around the corner, look at the elf, and I go, 3.
3.
3.
What have I missed there? Oh, you're counting your
Keeping
skills.
Yes,
Got it.
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. 3. I guess. I mean, I don't like the guy. He stole from me. But I don't know. I don't want to release him. I don't want to free him.
What?
That was a very
Verlaine,
valuable.
it was just geez.
It was valuable.
Is my life not valuable? I could perhaps be of some use. If we make it out of here together, I'll restore my cheese debt to you. I swear it.
All right. Plus interest.
We'll negotiate that later. But yes.
Is this what humans do with their free time?
Absolutely.
Fight over
it is exactly what
cheese.
humans do.
Do you have you ever
It's an
had
allegory.
a good Limburger, Marion?
The
will
human
change your
culture is
life.
distilled. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So how do we see a lock on this?
There's a
on
big
this?
lock on it. Now, I will say this. You haven't noticed any keys on any of these reptilians. So it's not clear if they have the key, if there is a key. But you do have a guy with these tools, or is pretty good at smashing
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I was about to pat down the purple guy, but assuming he's just like
Yeah.
clearly not having a key, I'm going to try thieves' tools because why not?
All right. So yeah, just roll agility with that.
That's a straight up 6.
Oh, no good.
You locked it more. No.
I'll never get out of here. I mean, and granted, he seems relatively safe for now. So maybe it's not too urgent to get him out. But I will say this while we're in this room, Marion, something catches your nose. That same ferric scent in the air as you see yet another crawlway in this room. That also, not nearly to the degree of slime or whatever goop was on that other one, but another similar sized hole with like a little bit of that dribbling slime on it.
I think it's a giant snail.
I could see it. A phantom snail. Undead. Crawling its way through the mountains.
That is the coolest idea I've heard.
We could, this one doesn't look as grotesque. We could crawl through this hole and figure out what it is that's going on here.
I would prefer not to get slime on my finery, sir.
Turn
I
your
don't know
finery into
finery.
slimery. Yeah.
Just like
And I'm
orienting myself.
I'm sure
little-
Terramaya doesn't want to get slime on his pants.
Does it seem like it's the same like direction?
Oh
vaguely?
no, this is actually heading
Up.
sort of back toward the large fella. Yeah.
Towards out. Okay.
Yeah, toward the direction of the entrance of the cave. Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, if we release this man from his cage, we could make him go through the hole first. And see what
I will
he
say,
finds.
I kind of
Now
like that
you're
idea,
thinking.
but I also don't know if I want to have the backup characters be like sponges right now. You know what I mean?
Totally fair.
Yeah. unless
I could
I
go
don't
in
know.
the
I will
hole.
say that if all three of you really want to go with that, we can do it. But then remember that like he's not going to be
Yes.
into anything else right now, and then that is potentially sacrificing your backup character for later. So,
That's fair.
and you still got to get him out. So actually, that too.
Yeah. I don't think I'm down with that.
Okay.
I could go in the hole.
I gesture towards the cheese guy and like lean over the bars. And when he comes up to me, I'm gonna say, "Welcome back for you," and I snag his hat
Oh, yeah, easily done. He's
Yes.
not quick reflexes right now.
It goes well with your pants.
Thank you.
That
Yeah,
wasn't
the
a
striped
compliment.
pants, the starry purple pointed hat right now. Wow. The mustache.
I am winning this game.
Yeah. Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, you earn XP in DCC by dressing really cool. So
Oh, no.
All right.
All right, what's the plan, fellas? Investigate.
if you
Marion,
wanna
it sounds
examine
like
this
you
slime
kind of
hole-
want to go in there. So are you going in or not?
I'll take a look. I'll go a
Okay.
little ways, see what I can find.
Okay, I like that. You peek in. And you got the infravision too. So you do see, actually, I'll give you this. With your infravision, this goo is a little bit warmer than the previous evidence you had seen. Now, looking inside, and maybe taking going just a foot or two in there, crawling, literally, kind of crawling your way inside. You see it slopes up toward that entrance, and it does look a little bit lighter in whatever the other end of this is. Doesn't look like it goes all the way outside, but it's like a slightly brighter room than where you're at right now anyway. It's pitch dark. And about halfway, you see a pretty warm, actually it's kind of bright to your infravision, a patch of apparently this goo on the ceiling of the crawlway that's just sort of splayed out up there, like as if something splat up top, but it's just much hotter than anything else in the area.
Okay. I'll push back out of the hole covered in goop, and I'll turn to the group and I will say, I may be wrong, but I believe that there is some type of creature in the hole, but it's also a pathway that I believe is to the entrance where the giant tusk fella is. So if we need a quick out, that might be our only way. Just be wary that there's something in there.
Oh, fine. I'll
Got it.
cast a spell on it. That was just
Okay.
me. That was just me being mean to Miriam.
Okay. So with that in mind,
I'll redeem myself.
with that in mind, there was pretty much, that other mine shaft that the burned reptilian had run down, connecting from that larger room you were just in, or if you did want to check down that other crawlway, those are pretty much your two ways deeper into whatever this complex is.
Terry votes avoiding the hot goo and going deeper.
Okay.
Agreed.
So following the morale failing reptilian.
And I will progress with more caution down this hallway that I know the monster just ran down.
Okay, great.
I'm sorry, purple lizard guy.
Yes.
Right, yeah. Purple lizard guy, wide tail, jagged scales, bad cook. And so I guess just everybody roll an agility for me. This is for a kind of generic stealth check. I'm going to average these together.
15.
Nice.
9.
6.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're not the stealthiest group as you guys head down this mine shaft. And after only a minute or so, it really starts to form a true mine complex and starts to become rather maze-like. Various slopes, passages going down, passages tilting up a little bit, intersections. But it seems like most of the passages head to either the south or to the east. Now, these passages to the east, or I should say, I'll first say the south ones, actually seem mostly blocked off. There's a lot of rubble or debris. Hard to tell if it was piled there or if all of these collapsed or whatever. But a lot of those southern passages seem like they'd be pretty hard to get through, take some time or effort to do so. The eastern passages, by comparison, are much more open and traversable. But you do get this stench of some sort of it's kind of like a wet dog. Actually, probably. What are all three of your backgrounds again? Your occupations?
I'm
trying to get a
I'm a
sense
hunter.
of something.
I was a
Hunter,
merchant.
merchant,
Sage.
sage. Okay, so hunter and probably merchant as well. I mean, hunter, you definitely tell like, okay, there's an animal in here, and it's not one of these reptilians. It's something furry for sure. And maybe the merchant would have experience from having been on a ship once in your life and really getting used to the smell of like wet rats. That's what this smells like to you.
I hate rats.
And actually, give me this with our hunting background from Terramaya. Give me, let's see, an intelligence check, actually.
11.
11. All right. You can tell, based on Vertilane's description, that it's not like a bunch of like little rats like scurrying around here. You only really see, we'll say it, you probably did see the set of footprints belonging to the reptilian that had, continues kind of deeper inside. So you could choose to follow those. You do also notice like crisscrossing footpaths from a larger creature. It does look like a rat footprint, but scaled up.
It's a pretty big rat.
Yeah, probably like dog or like turkey sized rat. Rat
A
thing.
rodent of unusual size.
Precisely.
Let's follow the rat.
He chooses rat. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's.
I will lead the way towards I will follow the rat tracks.
All right, you're following the rat tracks. After just a couple more minutes, you notice that there's like a blood pool in some of these footprints from the rat, and then like splotches leading off. So kind of in the same direction as those rat footprints. If you're still following them, I assume, or actually, sorry, what should happen here? When you see the blood pool where there were some rat footprints, you notice that first. Does that strike you in any? What do you do when you see this sight of maybe the rat had been attacked here or the rat attacked something here? What do you do then?
It's injured. Let's go. We got him.
Okay. You run forward. And at this point, I do need you to make a, what would this be? Reflex saving throw as you feel your foot, your ankle, catch on a thin rope.
That is an 8.
Got it. With an 8 only? Yeah. Some little darts fly out of the wall nearby you, and you take 2 damage. Could be worse. Now you have an idea of how that rat might have got hurt.
Yeah. So when
Wish
this
your thief
happens,
didn't call out sick.
when this happens, I mean, do we see the tripwire? Like, can Marion and I see it?
Oh,
What
well,
happened?
I mean,
Like,
yeah. Now that it's
yeah.
definitely like someone must have reset it as well between the rat and
so it's
Terramaya hitting it. So
yeah.
now it's neutralized for sure.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Thanks for setting that off for us.
All clear.
Now we can just walk.
Pulling a
Walk
dart
in.
out of my neck.
All clear. Okay.
All clear. Come on, Elf.
All right.
So yes.
But you'd be really good at following this blood trail for the rat now, our hunter, Terramaya. So you're able to, with ease, follow this passage toward, or rather follow this like kind of series of passages deeper into the mine, where it is still rather maze-like in this area. And eventually you come across a section of the mine that does seem, again, this whole place is ancient, but it looks in much more worse for wear. Like a lot of precarious, like, okay, parts of this are just really looking not so structurally sound. And in, let's say, kind of on a ledge, like overhanging a deeper like chamber that had been fully like mined out, there is a chest. perched out on a ledge over this area, maybe like 20 feet deep beneath it.
Does the ledge look like, on a cursory investigation, sturdy at all?
Yeah, probably not too safe. Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you go check it out, Alf?
Well, I could do that. I will step forward and do my best to test it and make sure.
So I will say, with your, elven feet, being able to glide across the deep snow, right? Why don't you still make an agility check, but this is going to be easier than anyone else having tried it. Yeah.
Okay, so the low. Okay.
So you only need a 10. That's what I'm getting at.
It was exactly a 10.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you tiptoe out there. You're able to crack this chest open, and wow, there is quite a treasure in here that you would immediately recognize. Now, in this world, there's a type of metal that you presume could have been what drew people to this mine long, long ago. One of you had heard rumors of dwarves digging this place out, and now it's kind of actually lining up with that book a little bit too. But you find a set of half-plate armor made of hexeron. This is highly valued by wizards of all kinds, including elves, because it does not hinder your spell casting at all. But of course is also great armor for anybody to wear. And also, we'll have 2 random items in here. So who rolled the D100 last time for treasure? Okay, so Sean and Judd, each of you can roll a D100 and just shout out what you get.
Um, 98.
Okay. I'm also randomly rolling for which table of loot I'm rolling on, and I rolled like one of the more mundane ones for these, and so a 98 at the end of the mundane table. Oh, I was going to guess it was going to be a wooden item near the end of our alphabet here, but no, you find a nice wool poncho.
Dips.
So actually, that's some good XP based on what we talked about earlier. Okay, and Judd,
I rolled
what was your roll?
19.
Oh, a 19. All right. Oh, that's an iron spike. Could be useful.
Ooh. That's a tricky one.
I'll put that
can
in
I
the
take the
equipment.
poncho to grab
Totally.
the iron spike?
Oh, yeah.
I
Because you're
can't
right. You're
touch it.
grabbing these things out of the chest, and Elf, you're like, ooh, don't. Oh, my God. I forgot the iron scent earlier. That's why you really didn't like that. Okay. Of course. Got it.
I will then come back across the bridge and I'll set down everything. I'll just lay it all out for everyone.
All right.
What are you all interested in?
Yeah, so we got this hexeron half-plate armor, which would be a +8 bonus for anyone wearing it. And now it would still be a -8 on things like stealth, but no, you would not subtract that from casting if a spellcaster were to wear that.
Ooh. You know what?
You're welcome to it.
I'm not stealthy anyway. I'll take it.
There we are.
Okay.
I'll hand it over. And with that, then
I'll take the iron spike. I really wanted that poncho, but I'll take the spike.
Thank you. I'll put on the poncho.
All right, suiting up.
Now I have an armor class of 18.
Wow. Okay. So we're in these dark mine tunnels here. There are passages heading, or rather to the west from whence you came. And there are passages heading south from this area as well. And these southern passages do not seem to be blocked by rubble and debris anymore. So it's kind of like the only other traversable direction, unless you wanted to double back and check out any other, those debris-laden ones or any slimy tunnels.
Did I lose track of the blood trail?
Oh, good question. You probably did not, no. So since we were following that, let's say it also, I guess, heads south. Yeah. So you're still on it.
Yeah. You want to try out that shiny new armor and go first? There's the. I point out the path.
Sure, I say as I just clank, 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 clank.
Okay, glistening in this, kind of like orange colored, like bronzy, like coppery colored armor. Ornate, very like angular, of course, because this is dwarven, right? They got that dwarven aesthetic of like angular carvings and like runes in there as well. It looks pretty sick. So everybody's pretty kitted out now in terms of clothing.
I'm winning the game now.
And clearly we're ready to proceed. So following with Vertolaine up front, that stench of that rat starts to get a little stronger. The blood trail has pretty much petered out at this point. So it's like, kind of clotting up. Our hunter would be familiar with, if it's not a lethal blow, that is typically what's going to happen to an animal. It's not just going to necessarily bleed out all the way. So whatever this was, it was wounded, but and may still well be, but must lie somewhere in these tunnels ahead. And so are you doing anything to really keep an eye out now that you don't have that blood trail to follow? So I guess I'm asking Vertolaine leading, or sorry, Terramaya, if you want to give him some pointers.
Well, I'm just going to mark the trail.
Okay.
That we've come from.
Sure. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm looking for.
Fair enough. Yeah, again, still pretty maze-like here, but just heading south, kind of the only way that these passages seem to be letting you through. Eventually, you do come upon, I'll say, you guys, at this point, let's roll another stealth check. We've had some time pass. Everybody give me agility again. Some time pass, some activities.
So that would be a -1.
Great.
Ooh.
Great. I rolled a 7.
8.
Excellent.
14.
And 14. Okay, so way below our general requisite of 15 average. So you guys are clinking and clanking down the hall, and definitely, So Vertolaine is still really getting used to wearing something like this. As a wizard, you probably never have. Like Terry, the straps on him look all awkward, and like his arms kind of through the wrong hole on something. But anyway. So you're facing that awkwardness, but you do still see from a distance what must be this like rat creature. Just see the kind of the rear of it. It's like actually oddly furred tail, and it has like 2 tails that are just kind of sweeping back and forth as it's maybe like munching on something, and seems to like its ear perks your direction for sure. As you kind of both notice each other at a glance. What do you do?
How far away is it?
Let's say it's about 2 moves away right now. So you still a good distance between you guys.
I love the idea of you holding the torch and this like reflective metal chest plate. You're just like a spotlight.
Just a lighthouse.
I'm trying to see.
I could go reaching for my longbow.
I'm looking at my
shooting,
spells to see
shooting
what's
past you.
I don't care.
Yeah, actually, hang on. Is this single file, this tunnel that you're in? Yes, it is. So you can decide your positions in a moment, but we know that Vertolaine's in the front at least.
Yeah, we could squeeze past each other.
Okay, so here's how we're just gonna.
I'll kneel down.
Okay,
and you can try.
Let's have. We're gonna roll initiative since we have a single enemy here. So, yeah, all 3 of you just roll as well. We'll see what actually.
I'm gonna go last. So.
Okay, yeah, you can hold, I guess, if you want to do that.
Well, no, no, I just meant I got a.
Oh, because you, so. Yeah, got it.
Actually, that would be an 11. So.
Great.
I got a 5.
Oh, actually, you're still going before the creature then. So.
Oh, cool.
Oh, what did you say, Ryan?
5.
5. Okay. Sean?
And I got a 9.
Okay, so Vertolaine would be first, but you want to hold, right?
No. No, I was just saying that because I had a -8. I was assuming I was going to get the
Okay.
lowest roll.
All right.
That's
Well,
all.
so you're up first, followed by Marion, and then Creature, and then Terry. So what are you doing, Vertelaine?
Okay, I am going to wait. That wasn't the one I lost, was it? No, I lost. What did I lose?
Stink cloud.
The choking cloud. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Crap. I guess. Oh my gosh. 60. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to cast sleep on it again. How about that?
Okay. It worked before.
So, yeah. That is a 19.
Sounds
And
pretty
again,
good.
waves of blue light emanate from me towards the whatever that thing is. Asleep for 1d4 hours.
All right.
That would be 3 hours. But it can be awakened by normal means. Still.
Right. Or the kiss of a prince, just
Or
in
the
case
kiss
we
of
got
a
one of
prince,
those
yeah.
wandering
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Okay. So Vertelaine leading the way, torch ahead. You see, as you catch the attention of this thing, you immediately send out these waves of sleep, kind of rippling through the air. I imagine sort of like the heat waves over the road on like a summer day, sort of like this just glistening motion, up through the otherwise still air. And immediately this thing just kind of like conks out, rolls to the side. What is, I think Marion was next, right? Yeah. What do you do?
Yes.
I'm going to look to the others just to confirm, are we continuing to attack this thing?
Yeah, it looks like this could be the path you head down, or you could kind of like double back and continue in this direction down a different passage. What do you want to do?
I mean, I feel like it could be a problem later on.
Let's see that. I'll say you are also still following the tracks of that reptilian who fled from earlier. So he came this way, it seems.
Now, I know
It came this way.
there's someone in front of me. And how tall is the single file chamber we're moving through?
Let's say it's actually just I don't know, just like 6 feet. So maybe a person in front would have to like crouch down or yeah.
Okay. Would I be able to hop over Veridlane?
What are you trying to like run up there and hit the rat, or are you trying to get in front of
I'm just gonna try to rush up to hit it.
Yeah.
Right,
okay.
I mean, I didn't move on my turn. I mean, I could just say I moved out of the way, I guess.
Yeah, you'd be able to. We'll just say you'd be able to brush by him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
actually,
simple.
you know what I do? I'll rush up to it. I'll take out my
Okay.
weapon and I'll lift it up, and I'll hold if I'm able
Sure,
to attack
yeah.
at the same time as Terramaya.
Oh, I like that. Okay. So you guys are maybe slightly taking your time just to be quiet, not disturb it while it's peacefully resting, so the two of you can get up there. You also good with that, Terry?
Love it.
Okay, perfect. So probably let's just say instant crits from the two of you as you stealthily attack this sleeping creature, who's like completely defenseless and doesn't have
Such
a lot of like armor or
barbarians.
anything. So this will be from.
I love it. I love it when the DM puts a guilt trip on you.
I mean, I don't know how guilty you are for killing this guy. As you approach, actually, let's see, how disgusting is this thing? Black fur, huge orange teeth, weirdly like the same color as the armor Vertelaine now wears, and two of these like long black furry tails that have now gone stale, maybe twitching a little bit in its weird magic-induced dreaming. Okay, but we have a level 2 warrior critting. So I guess just the two of you roll your damage first, and then we'll see the crits just for flavor, because you might kill this thing instantly, though it does look pretty beefy. Okay.
6.
Okay, 6 damage
7.
and 7. Okay, so we are going to want to roll those crits as well. As you plunge your weapons into its body, it shrieks out this weird screech, and we're going to see what else happens.
Terry is singing
Before it has a
Purple Rain
chance.
quietly to himself.
Okay.
I got a 3 on crit table 2.
Right. Oh, you clean strike to the back, inflict plus 2d6 damage, so which will probably be enough to finish this
7.
thing off. 7? Oh yeah, okay. But then just for fun, Terry, what did you roll as well?
I got a 24.
A 24? Oh my gosh. Okay. Masterful strike to the throat, which would have been plus 2d8 damage to this foe, which would otherwise be staggering back, gasping for air for 1d4 rounds. So you guys just obliterate this.
I just rolled max on
creature.
2d8.
Wow. Awesome. Okay.
So we just did 36 points of damage to it.
Which was about
Purple
double
rain.
the total you could have
Holy-
possibly needed to kill this thing, had it not also been wounded by the trap earlier. So
Miriam's
well
gonna
done.
look over to Terramaya and just say, "Do
Hey.
we split that one, or can I take that?" Or all right,
You
I'll
couldn't
take
have
it.
done that if I hadn't put it to sleep.
Jeez.
Do you hear something? Something on the wind.
Yeah, it must have been the wind. All right.
It was probably those pants.
So besides the tracks of this reptilian that you're still following, the path is now perhaps clear. Let's, as we have that rat screeching into the dark passages of this mine, though, let's just see if perhaps alert anything else, at least not for now, as you guys continue on. And it doesn't take much longer until these passages start to narrow down toward a single path that you're still following. It just really a couple more minutes go by. And soon enough, you find yourself in the first large chamber you've been in since that room with the cauldron, but now think 2 or 3 times that size. And completely dark besides your own torch, revealing, glinting off of, I should say, a massive, intricately carved hexagon door. So just think these 2 huge metal slabs, basically, and one of them open a little bit towards you, just kind of wide enough for a creature of your size to sort of squeeze through. On the surface of the door, sort of marring its otherwise beautiful craftsmanship, there are these strangely melted on, as if soldered, but by a huge hand, these runes, also in Dwarvish. And beneath them, like where the door had been, sort of carved away, this strange, like glittering ash and like residue left by either scraping away at the hexagon from whatever that was, or perhaps whatever was used to even damage this metal. And also in this room, there is a raised, so maybe about like 8 feet up in the air, but on the cavern wall, another one of these crawlways. This one oozing out a bunch of that pink slime that's kind of pooled on the ground beneath it. And it definitely heads back toward the larger chamber you were in before. And also in this room, sort of cowering near the door in a sort of fetal position, I guess, we have one of our wide-tailed, purple, jagged-scaled reptilian creatures kind of babbling to itself. Looks very fearful. Not even clear if it's noticed you or... But what do you do?
I whisper very quietly to Miriam, "Do you understand what it's saying?"
I could try to. I will step closer to the creature, and
Okay.
I'll put my weapon away, and I'll just kind of hands out at the sides, and I'll lower down onto my knee, and I'll speak to it in what I think might be
Right.
close to its language and troglodyte, and I'll just say, "Are you injured?"
Okay. And you can choose here either a personality or intelligence check, whichever's higher for you.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
100% intelligence.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
12.
All right. With a 12, it seems like... And can you repeat the question, actually? Are you injured? Was that it?
Are you injured?
Okay. So it does like look to you with its weird, just like black eyes, like a shark or a deer or something. And so it turns its head towards you. Its mouth is still a little open, and it stops muttering to itself, and it extends one of its feet toward you. It's weird, like 3-toed, kind of clawed foot, and it looks like it was almost like partially petrified or something. Like it's stony texture to it, but it doesn't respond verbally.
I will say, do you know what did this to you? Where it might be now?
And it just points toward the door.
I'll stand up. Does it look cold at all?
It looks uncomfortable.
Okay. I will take something out of my pack, which is a small sack, and I will just lay it down next to it, and I'll say, "There you go." And then I'll look back to the others and say, "It looks like its leg was partially petrified, and whatever did it is behind the doors."
Jeremiah?
I'm just I thought you were going to give him that poncho, and I was really concerned.
I just considered it.
Give him the hat.
Never.
At least it matches him.
We are adventurers, and
We got to go through
big
the
shiny
door.
things are behind big shiny doors. So I say ever forward,
Yeah.
and I kind of examine this breastplate Verdelan is wearing here to see if it's reflective at all. Like, can I see myself in his armor?
Do you want it to be?
I mean, sure. Yeah, Ryan does. Yeah.
Okay,
So does Tavern,
yeah.
actually.
Then
I
yes,
think you're thinking what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what we're getting at. Yeah. So yes, it's a reflective, or certainly with a little bit of polishing, you could definitely work it up to something. But it's been, in a chest for who knows how long, so it's definitely pretty dusty, a little gritty right now. But yeah.
I finally surrender to the impulse I've been fighting for hours, and I spit on Verdelan. And I use my sleeve and polish up the.
And Verdelan the whole time is going.
Okay.
He spit on me.
Yeah, true. So you're able to, able to clean up a good patch on the front of the breastplate there.
I'm going to take the iron spike and I'm going to shove it into this giant door frame to keep it from closing behind us.
Okay.
And I'm going to peek my head in and see what I see.
Wonderful. As you peek your head in, you see a dark chamber ahead. Now, unlike the mines before, this is much more of like a ruin. There is the end of a stone bridge not far from you as you're peeking through. It extends out about the distance of a move or so, 30 feet, before it is broken. And then there's this huge gap, this deep chasm that you can't quite see down, but it looks like from where you're at the door, but it looks like it goes down far, quite a ways. It's glittering with that orange ore, and surrounding anywhere that hexaron ore is this kind of deepish green stone. And maybe relaying that to your allies, that's actually the color of the stone of that reptilian's foot. Now, the other side of this bridge, obviously, so we got like a broken bridge, and then the other end of it is kind of intact, but a good distance away. It looks like it heads off into the darkness on some like finely carved road that just heads out in the same direction. But most notably, in this area, there are, let's say, I want to roll for this. Okay. 5 pink slimes. These weird patches, about the same size of that hot patch in the tunnel that Marion had seen before. 2 of them floating in the air above this chasm. And let's say these things are about this, like, I don't know, like yay big. Like one of these patches is just kind of like a thin, almost like a jellyfish, but like more splayed out and flat, like a ray or something, you know, like manta ray kind of creature. But very thin, pink, translucent, dripping a little bit of this ooze as they go. And those 2, actually, what I was getting at, there's some more of them. Some of them are near the edge of the bridge on your side, and there's 2 others on the bridge on the far side as well. And all of them are extending down, like almost like a little bit reminiscent of the most disgusting way to spit, where someone's sort of like got a gob of spit or like snot. Imagine that. It's like this really long string of goo, like coming from this slimy thing straight down into the chasm. And watching this just for like a couple seconds, you see as one of the slimes, we'll say it's one that's kind of floating in the air above the chasm, lifts up what looks like this beach ball sized rock that is just perfectly smooth green stone, lifts it up, drops it on the far side of the bridge, and then it slowly starts rolling into the darkness, not downhill, following that road. And if you're watching for like another minute or so, gradually they're plopping up more of these things, and kind of one by one, these stone orbs are being lifted out of the darkness, plopped on the other side, and they're heading the opposite direction of you guys across that bridge.
Verdeline just threw up in his mouth a little bit because it looked too much like spit. What were you going to say, Ryan?
Which one of you nerds has that dwarf book?
I'm the nerd. And
I'm sorry I asked.
Here you are. There is writing on the door. It might be.
There is writing on the door. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go look at the door.
Okay.
Am I able to use it to, I don't know, decipher is the best thing I can come up with?
I'll say it'll take some time, but you're a learned fellow. So you know some troglodyte. It'd be weird if you never looked at any dwarven runes in your life. So you probably know a little something. And if anything, now looking back at the door, maybe it was the scale of it that threw you off before. You didn't really stop to like take it in, what this might say. But more than the book, the door has a very simple message. You're probably able to, again, get a little more rudimentary version of whatever this simple message is, but it's just like, no open.
Dead
and the door's open.
I will close the book and I'll look back to the rest of them and I'll say, they don't want us to go in there, whoever they are. But I believe our path is forward, and I think we will have to avoid whatever those are inside to get to whatever our goal is.
I think there's a really big one down there, and those are larvae or eggs or something. I don't know. I feel gross.
So what do you guys do?
I guess we gotta go, man. You go first, Terry.
I look across the expanse of the broken bridge.
Sure.
And perchance, is there anything that a grappling hook might grab purchase on?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Let's
So when we say grappling hook,
oh, go ahead. Yeah.
well, I was gonna say, does that mean there's a rope attached to the grappling hook, or does he just have the hook?
Well, he only found a hook in that chest, but I
Right.
assume somebody else has a rope. But yeah, we'll
Did
say
you-
there's some fallen like boulders that had collapsed long ago on the other side that look sturdy enough to latch on, or maybe some part of the bridge on the other side, some intricate stone carving. Yeah.
I do have a spell that would produce a rope.
Is that what you were thinking initially? Or Marion, somebody was going to cast something at the very beginning of our session, and then we decided to use an actual rope to go down in that hole. But anyway, sorry, I'm interrupting.
You were
I
gonna,
thought he was
have
gonna
to
do
fall
like
into that stew. I think
yeah,
was gonna, yeah.
yeah.
Which I was voting for. I'll tell you what. Terry has left his rope tied to a tree up top side. We
Oh,
didn't take that rope back
Actually,
down with us.
yeah.
So
No,
that
we
wasn't
don't
yes,
mine.
I
That
hold up the
wasn't my
grappling
rope.
hook.
That was your rope.
That- Your call. But you want to make a magic rope? Now's your chance.
Well, no, I also have a rope. I thought
Okay.
that was my rope. But if
Sure.
it wasn't, then you can use my rope.
Is it magic?
No, it's just a rope. I can make a magic rope, but I also have a rope.
God damn it, Fertile! I tied the rope to the grappling hook.
Whoever's rope it is, it got mixed up on one of your
Yeah.
previous adventures. Don't know whose is who
No,
anymore.
this is my rope.
Rope
this
is
one-
fungible. Yeah, and I throw the grappling hook.
Okay. So when you throw the grappling hook, you finally attract the attention of these things that otherwise seem pretty distracted. So 2 of them are floating again in the air. 2 of them are on the other side, kind of in the direction you threw, and 2 of them are right near you. Was it the ones right near you that seem disturbed? No. So the ones on the other side where you just tried to throw the hook react to that, and one of them starts crawling over toward the rope. And maybe
Is
now
it
we should
crawling?
enter. Yeah, we
Go
can
ahead.
enter initiative now. So I'm gonna roll. Actually, no. All these slimes will go on turn 11. So you're just kind of trying to beat that.
No.
I got a 9.
Okay. Sean?
4.
Okay, so slimes go first. So this one is crawling over to the rope, and let's see.
I swear to God, if this rope was magical, this wouldn't be happening right.
It might not
I
have
mean,
been.
I can make you a magic rope.
Yeah, so it gets onto your climbs up onto the rope, and oh my god, as your torch goes
The
out.
torch goes
Indeed, the torch is
And so-
going out.
And so there's a very faint, like dim glow from down below, just a glittering off of the ore, but like very little to see by. As suddenly, you just feel that you can feel the other end of the rope start to like vibrate or something. Very strange sensation, but not one that you're a fan of, I guess. As as all at once, you hear a strange like humming through the air as well. Totally unclear what it's coming from, as the 2 weird pink jelly things near you guys as well seem to be reacting and are just gonna try to latch on to, let's see, 2 random fellows. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm just counting in order from like down. The way I see you guys is Ryan, Sean, Judd. Okay, so 1 on Terry and the other on Marion, as from the darkness, one of them attacks Terry first. Oh, it's a very round die that I just rolled for a Oh yeah, they have no bonus. Okay, no bonus to hit, but still a 22 to hit you, as one of these slimes starts crawling up your leg, Terry. And you can actually see the one coming toward you, Marion. So just rolling a regular d20 for this attack. And that's a nat 1. So that one actually just for some reason. Why is there a reason it would be like repelled by you? I'm not really sure.
I'm repelled by him.
But unless anybody comes up with something else, it's just for some reason then quickly kind of skitters back from you and like down around the ledge for a moment. So still quite nearby, but doesn't want to mess with you. And anyway, this one that got onto Terry, you take 3 damage as you just feel these. It just feels like it's stinging you wherever it latched onto your leg, let's say, as it's crawling up your body. Okay. Now, those 2 have acted. One across the bridge acted. And are these guys in the air doing anything right now? No. Okay. So it's your turns. I don't remember the order of what you guys rolled, but it kind of, yeah. So whoever rolled highest from before, if anybody happened to catch that.
What did you roll? What did you roll, Jeremiah?
I have a -2, so I
Oh,
believe I am
okay.
last.
So then I would go first. Yeah. Okay.
So we're going
Um,
Judd, Sean, Ryan.
Yeah.
For this.
Okay.
Okay.
How far away is Terry?
Oh,
from
you
me?
guys are all easily within a movement of each other.
Okay.
right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, just to clarify our space, right? Like you're on one end of this broken bridge. You currently have a rope across, and maybe there's a slime coming down it. Maybe the slime's eating through it on the other side. You don't know what's going on over there because it's too dark to see. But that rope is spanning a distance that is also about 30 feet of this like open chasm
Okay.
between you and the other side of the bridge. And then that other side just continues into more darkness.
Okay.
And one more probably very important point. Since you're now very close to the edge, this chasm goes way down. You're probably not coming back up if you happen to fall down this chasm. Okay.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna cast Flaming Hands at the slime that's on Terry's leg.
Oh, no, that's on his leg.
Yes.
Okay. So
I have a lot of
probably-
confidence in myself.
yeah. Unless we get some especially accurate result off the spell table, probably gonna heat up Terry's leg a little bit. But see how it
Look
goes.
at the look on Ryan's face.
I got a backup character, buddy.
Right. Yeah.
So that would be a 17. And
17
let's see,
total?
so
A spell
Yes.
produces a blast of fire that burns a single
Yes.
target within range for 1d6 points of damage.
yeah, fire leaps from my fingers. Terry squints his eyes shut, and that's a 6.
6 damage
Close
to
your eyes.
6 damage.
it. And yeah, you close your eyes to strike it. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let me really quickly. I didn't roll the hit points for these guys, so how much does that one have? Okay, so you're able to fry that one as it just sizzles up into like dry little flakes of nothing. But also,
And I look at Terry and say, "You're welcome."
well, yeah, and what I do want to do here is maybe just make another spell check, and you need at least a 15 for this to not injure Terry at all.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, you're burning this almost immaterial thing that's on his leg. So like
That's a 21.
okay, good.
Nice.
So Terry, leg is hot, but not painfully so.
Did it singe his pants though? Did it singe his pants?
Uh-oh. I'm gonna roll so for this one, I'll roll 2 yes/no dice. You need both yeses for it to injure the pants. And it's a double yes. I'm not kidding. That was a double yes. So the pants
Burned your pants.
are burned. Okay.
They
So
look
we have-
they look better that way.
You're supposed to
Ouch.
pee on it, not burn it off.
All right. Now that one's dead. So there's one more near you guys somewhere, but it had crawled away from Marion, but one that's very close. 2 that are in the air somewhere would be very hard to see, maybe within Marion's line of sight with the infravision, and then 2 on the other side of the bridge that you can't see at all. Nobody can see them. Again, unless somebody wants to quickly like spark up another. Oh, maybe okay. In the fire, we can say that you guys did get a sense of like that moment of the flash from
The flaming
names are
hands.
escaping me. Yes, from Verdelaine. You did see kind of a general sense of where those 2 are floating, but even that wasn't enough to see across the bridge for a moment. Okay, and we're on to Sean's turn. Marion.
There's not really much I can do at the moment, so I'm just going to prepare.
Okay.
I am going to go ahead and press a hand to my chest, and I'm going to cast Magic Shield.
Nice. Okay.
Maybe. What is it? It's 8 plus 6, so 14.
Okay.
Plus 4 bonus for 2d6 rounds.
Excellent.
That's
And why don't you also roll
for-
a d6 to see what it looks like there? Manifestation.
Sure. It's 11 rounds.
Wow.
And
Nice.
the manifestation.
Dang.
Black bottomless tear in the seam of reality. Copying Verdelaine, I'm going
So-
to just put on like the same look And I turn around. I'm like, how do I look? Not realizing they can't see me.
Yeah, they probably can't see you at all now because you are darkness in darkness. So you just
Funny.
disappeared. Yeah. Okay. And Terry, what are you doing?
I'm gonna like crack the whip this rope that I'm holding the other end of still. That's like vibrating.
Just kind of like whip it once.
Just like yeah, just try to like
I like that.
Give it a shake.
Yeah, give me a strength roll.
Sure.
Or an attack if you want to do that. If you're what are you aiming for here, I guess?
I'm in the darkness.
Right. You're not really sure what's
vibrating
going on
in my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if something is crawling down this rope,
right.
Perhaps I'm performing some sort of heroic deed.
Okay. Right. So yeah, use
snapping it off.
I was trying to judge if we should add mighty deed to this, but go ahead. So make an attack. Yeah.
Pretty bad. The 3 on the D4, but 11 in total.
Okay. Yeah, you do feel that vibration stop as after your whip, you watch the rope kind of like coil into the darkness for a second. That vibration stops after your after your whip motion reaches the end of the rope. And then you maybe just hear like a little like squelching sound or something off in the distance. But it's hard to tell what exactly happened from that. So now we are back to the slimes. We have one dead, one that is near you guys. What came off the edge after having tried to attack Marion a moment ago. Now you see it sort of, you can probably just barely see it catching some light from the ore in the darkness there, floating sort of at eye level with you guys. And then it does sweep toward, definitely not Marion, so I'm just going to roll even or odd for Vertelaine or Terry. And that's even. So Vertelaine, one of these slimes sweeps over right and just tries to alien style right on your face. Let's see. Oh, and it's a natural 20. Cool. So you're just going to do
a lot of good that armor did me.
Yeah, actually, I'll roll the monster crit table. Why not? But yeah, so first of all, that is 3 damage. And then monster crits. Wait, that's dragons. Less than 1.
I think Vertelaine might be about to die.
How many hit points does he have? I was thinking about checking in on hit points for you guys.
He's got 4 left now after that 3.
4 left. Okay, this could be pretty bad. As the result on the table anyway, crit table, is strike to the chest, breaking ribs. This attack inflicts 1d6 more damage. So let's just see how it goes. 3. Oh my gosh. So Vertelaine is just hanging on, but now this thing is latched onto you as well. And you're still feeling that stinging pain as you're almost like barreling over dead at this point. But yeah, for a quick check-in, just Marion and Terry, how many hit points do you guys have?
I got 14.
Oh, great. Okay. Terry?
I have 4.
Okay. Not as great. Anyway, so that was the one that one that just attacked Vertelaine was the one that had fled from Marion a moment ago. We have our 2 others floating in the air that pretty much only Marion can see. And let's see. I'll just roll randomly again for who they're attacking. So, boom. Another one going at Vertelaine. So that's not looking good if he happens to hit anyway. And then one on Terry. So, wow. And I rolled a 14 to hit Vertelaine. Oh, but that's going to not hit you now.
It's not going to hit me. No.
Excellent.
I'm 18 with the armor.
Okay. And only a 3 to hit Terry. So both of you are able to either like dodge or just not take the full effect. It's this weird, again, you're feeling it. It very much feels almost like just like a sack of water, like a plastic bag filled with water. And it's just kind of like sticky on the outside. It's very unpleasant feeling as this thing sort of slaps against you in the darkness and then flutters off to who knows what other direction. And guys across the bridge, what are they doing? Let's just see. What happened to my yes nos? I put them back here. Okay.
I got to get some of those. Those are great.
Yeah. You just hear another clunk of a stony orb being rested on the other side, and then just that grinding of stone as it must be rolling off in the distance again. So one of these slimes is still just continuing this bizarre task. And the other one, okay, that had been whipped off the rope. He's also seems to not be busy with whatever you guys are up to right now. So you're unclear what that one's up to. But it's back to you guys. Verdelaine with 1 hit point. What are you doing?
And I've got this thing on my face still, right?
Yeah, one is latched to you.
Okay, so I guess I should probably try to get it
Burn
off.
it off.
No.
Yeah, just flaming hands, right?
That's a ranged attack. Yeah, I guess I just got to try to peel it off my face.
Yeah. Okay. So give me a strength, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'll go good. That'll go well.
Strength, or I mean, if you could come up with something, another way to try to scrape this thing off.
I don't know, unless I can talk it into coming off my face.
Doesn't seem very talkative.
Yeah, 11. I rolled an 11.
11. It's too sticky and slimy. You can't like get a good grip on this thing. You're starting to you're kind of gasping for air, just sort of lifting it away from your mouth enough for a second to breathe, and before it like suckers back over. Okay, so that thing's still on you, and you get the sense that its next turn it's going to do some more damage. So you're maybe just as you had that moment to yell to your friends like, "Get this thing off me!" But okay, but we have Marion. What are you doing?
Mirian is gonna try something.
Okay.
I don't know how it'll work.
That's the best
I
kind of
am
thing.
going to close. He's going to close his eyes in the dark briefly, muttering in Elvish, asking for aid, asking for the Lord of the Three Runes to help him. I'm going to go ahead and use Invoke Patron.
Whoa. Okay.
To attempt and contact the King of Elfland.
Okay. Very interesting. We're invoking the King of Elfland. Let me find where patrons are. Unless you have...
I have it up.
There's a table? Okay, good.
Yes. First, I need to see if I cast the spell right. So let me roll that. Seems to have a fairly high bar. Nope, that's a 9. Failure, actually, 9, and I can burn. No, I can't. I do have to spell burn regardless to cast Invoke Patron.
Yeah, that would have had to be before the roll. Remember, typically.
Apologies. I have to do it regardless to cast the spell.
Yeah.
So am I able to? I just count that along with it, or do I have to announce it?
I mean, the thing is, like, that's why we're supposed to like state the amount, I guess, because like, what do you?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, did you? What in your head? Do you have an idea of like? Oh yeah, if you're only gonna burn 1, so then it'd be up to 10, and then I guess you can still burn a number of luck to boost it up.
Yes, I will go ahead and burn. If it's at 10, I'm gonna burn 2 luck. And just to understand, spell burn, I burn any of my abilities, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's so any of the physical. So agility, strength, or stamina.
So not.
Yeah.
I'll just do agility then.
Not intelligence. Okay. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will bring it up to a 12 to 13.
Okay.
Which is
so that's a successful invoke patron, or looking on the King of Elfland table. King of Elfland answers the petitioner's plea, but is quickly distracted by other matters. So the caster would receive +4 to his next attack, saving throw, skill check, or spell check.
Okay. There we go.
So yeah, muttering your incantation, maybe from the darkness, you all of you just hear like a very low voice echo from deep in that chasm. Perhaps kind of like reverberating through the air, speaking Elvish, so maybe only Marion understands, and just says something along the lines of, "May this aid you in your quest, and that's it. I have other matters to attend to.
And another question as well. On a turn that I cast a spell, am I also able to attack with a lower dice?
No, that would be like another action die, which is the thing you get at higher levels. But yeah.
Got it. Okay. I believe that is all then.
Okay. Terry.
So it's dark.
It's
don't have a
dark right
torch
now.
lit.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to save the wizard, but I feel like swinging a sword at your face in the darkness is not the way to do that.
Yeah.
Just try to pull it off my face.
Yeah, if I let him die, then I have to give this hat back to the other guy, probably. So yeah, I'm going to just attempt.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
all
just
his
gonna
power
blindly
comes from that hat.
attempt to rip it off his. I'm
Okay.
gonna try to rip it off his face.
Yeah, but you could still definitely make use your mighty deeds and make this as an attack roll.
Okay. A mighty 4.
Awesome.
All
All right. And what's the total roll?
4.
No, total. Oh, total attack roll is only 4.
Yeah,
Wow.
a 2, a 1, and a 1. Yeah,
Dang.
2, 1 plus 1 is 4. Yeah.
Okay.
tried.
Well, your hand
Yes.
is also like kind of stuck to this thing for a moment. You're not taking any damage from that. But unfortunately, yeah, that's the end of the round. So as we circle back to the our guys here, you take 2 points of damage to our slimes, and you just feel the dead weight as Vertilen's body lays down, I guess, almost like kind of pulling you as your hand stuck, and then it comes off of your hand, thankfully. But yeah, Vertilen's laying there on the ground. Now, the way this works in DCC is you're still technically like bleeding out for, I believe, 2 rounds at level 2 is just how it works. So there is a chance for somebody else to try to like stabilize him, and then he rolls a luck check to see if he comes back with any hit points. But otherwise, without any magical healing available to you guys right now, if barring that luck check success, he's just definitely like out for the rest of this adventure anyway, even if he survives with some kind of stabilization. So Vertilen currently out, but it is still our slimes are acting. So that one seems to immediately, actually no, it wouldn't immediately. It would definitely stay on his body and like continue kind of like suckering on his face, it seems. So you just kind of still hear like a weird like squelching sound from wherever Vertilen fell. Those 2 that were in the air. Oh no, yeah, there's some of the 2 that had flown over. So they're still attacking. And I'll still roll randomly to see what warm bodies they go after. So one does come after Marion this time, and another one does try to latch onto Vertilen's dying corpse. So we have them attacking. It's another crit on Vertilen while he's bleeding out. So I think that might spell the end for Vertilen, actually. A crit while you're down. I think I'm just gonna roll the damage anyway, but just to get a sense of what we're after here. That's a 4. Oh, and sorry, for Marin, that's only a 12 to hit you. Does that hit you?
That'll be a mess.
Okay. So
Oh, that armor did me a lot of good, didn't it?
yeah, well, maybe it'll do someone else some good as so the crit was only a stunning blow. PC falls to the bottom of initiative count for the remainder of the battle, which I guess is where you kind of would have been anyway. But let's just say now from taking damage during your like death timer, basically, you only have 1 round. So when it comes to your turn next is like the turn for people to wake you up, I guess, before then, I guess. Yeah. So we have, those are the 2 in the air, and you just hear, actually, let's just see it now. Have any others been attracted to the commotion yet? Yes. So one other is going to fly over, and let's just see between even for Marin, odd for Terry. We got an even for Marin as one of them also tries to attack the elf here for 14. Does that hit you, Marin? Still a miss. Okay. So more of these things. Yeah, you're kind of able to sort of like dodge as these weird bags are floating through the air towards you, like coming into your infravision and then out again. Okay. It is now Marin's turn. And then we're going to do Terry and then Vertelaine last because you were at the bottom of initiative. So I guess that kind of worked out.
Just to understand then, is he like it's on his face still?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So I would have to clear it away before I could do anything.
Yeah, I guess it's going to be kind of a team effort here where it's like one of you's going to need to get the thing off and one of you's going to need to try to get him up for him to survive this.
I'll go ahead and make the attack then at the creature to try and kill it.
So you're...
Okay. How you doing that? Yeah.
Yeah. That is my face.
I can see in the dark, kinda. I'll take a swing. I got a +4, so
I mean, okay. As GM, I would maybe advise we have the strong warrior try to rip off the thing, and the elf maybe try to medically attend to.
I will then hold my action.
Okay.
And get ready to tend to him.
Okay.
Waiting for Terramaya to take swing.
Okay. So Terry, you're up.
I take the grappling hook. No.
I was going to say, I take my longsword, right?
Plunge it into the creature.
Just like the chest, right? Try to pry it off of his face. Yeah. With the sword.
Dude, he's on the ground. He's got another one like by him, right? I'm going to try to rip this one off. And if I do
there's
really good, I'm
going to try
to throw it into the other one.
Okay.
In one fluid motion, dice don't fail me now. That's a 16, and that is a 4 on the Mighty D die.
Excellent. So actually, yeah, that's perfect with a 4 on the Mighty D's. You're able to fling off the other one, and kind of like I don't know, magnets or what, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is here, but it's sort of a like and like where these two sticky things like really stick together. And so when you flick the one off and it hits the other one, it peels it off as well. So now free of little slimes as they're like rolling in a ball together somewhere off of the darkness nearby. Marin, it is your turn.
So what do I roll for stabilizing?
I'm going to lean toward intelligence unless we have a better idea. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
15 plus 2, so 17 plus 4, 21.
Okay, excellent. So some life, or actually, wait, or rather, you're
stable.
You're breathing, you're stable, and now here at the end of the round, we can have Vertelaine make a luck check.
Luck check.
Yeah, just see if you survive.
So my luck is a +1. Oh, wait. This is a roll
under your luck. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just rolled a 3.
All right. Yeah. So you're back.
Which is my luck is a 13. Yeah.
With some hit points. Now, off the top of my head, I don't know if you're just back with 1 automatically or if it's like equal to your level. Judd, are you able to recall that?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. Why don't we just say roll 1 hit die.
Okay.
Which I guess is a D4 for you.
Yeah. D4. 4. Cool.
All right.
It's a 4. It's a 4, I promise.
4 hit points. So now there's still some commotion going on here as 2 of these are like rolled up somewhere nearby on the ground. And 2 of them were still like floating around the air past Marion as you guys are continuing to disrupt whatever they've been up to. So yeah, back to the top of the round. I'm going to say those 2 that are stuck together are just inactive right now as they're untangling. And the other 2 are still going to continue to try to strike it to a random of you guys. And one of those is Marin again. And they're both Marin. Okay. So, but that was only a 5 and a 12 to hit. So again, you're dodging and ducking and weaving as these things are sweeping in the air around you. And you guys are probably, either really wanting to take care of this or just try to find a way over that bridge or say, screw it and flee this whole place. It's up to you guys.
I don't know if we can beat these guys like this. There's a lot of them. Like, how many of them are there?
There's only 4 left.
4.
Rather,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That have been causing any trouble, and they're very weak. But
Yeah.
We killed one of them very quickly, and then the torch went out, and
then it's been other matters basically.
Yeah.
And then we started hitting each other.
And it's still dark. Yeah.
How high up are the flying ones?
I mean, in the dark. Okay, I guess you can see them. I mean, let's just say it's within a move. What are you trying to do to get at them? They're not like super fast or anything. So
yeah, the only thing I think I could do is try to leap off the wall up at them, but
they're like on the side of the bridge with you, I guess. Maybe it's occasionally like swooping off over the chasm and then back, but
okay. I guess I'll just wait then, see if I can take a swing as one comes by.
Okay, I like that. And is it your turn? Is that where we're at right now? Actually, because
we switched the initiative. Yeah, so it's Marion and then
is it me? So Marion, you're first, and we can just say that one is sweeping by, and you're able to make a strike.
Okay, I swing for 5.
Oh, and actually, I would want you to roll you're the one who can kind of see what's going on here, so you would still roll a d20, but anybody else would be rolling d16 to hit right now. Okay, but with a 5, sorry, the 5 is still no good. They have a very low AC, but it is not 5. Okay, and are you trying to do anything else on your turn, Marin?
No, I think I'll just drop back a little bit, wait to get another strike in if I can.
Okay, and then Terry.
Okay, stop me if this is crazy. I am going to try to hit the 2 of them that are together.
Oh, okay. I like that. Yeah, the 2 bundled up on the ground that you kind of maybe saw where they rolled off to. Cool.
So I'm gonna roll a d16.
Yeah, I think
and my d4.
Yeah, I'm gonna say even though they're tangled up, it's still dark. You're having to follow this weird slime trail of wherever they just rolled to in the darkness. So still do d16, but plus your mighty deeds as usual and attacks.
That's fair. So I got a 14 plus 3,
great.
So 17 to hit, 3 on the deeds.
Excellent. Okay. Roll your damage.
Oh, yeah.
That's you.
I haven't done that in a while.
2 damage, which is enough to kill one of them, as now one living one seems to be tangled up in this dead one. It's pretty messy over here for everybody, I guess. And so, Vertelaine, what about you? Alive and well. Maybe not well, but alive.
Well, not well. Am I able to see any of these things? Like, are they close enough to me that I can see any of them?
Probably the closest, you're able to get glimpses of them as they're swooping over the chasm, catching some of that light glittering off the ore. And maybe you can see where Terry had just struck down and you heard a good squelch that he hit something. But you'd still be rolling d16 to attack or I guess cast a spell at something here.
Yeah.
Do magic! Oh my god, do magic, please!
Yeah, I'm good. The only thing I can do at this point is flaming hands. I
has it failed us yet?
I just
no,
it hasn't.
Yeah,
I have my rope work spell, but I can't think of anything I can do with it. All right,
yeah, I'll just go a tricky one.
Yeah, this is where this is the 16. Okay, all right. Well, then I guess we'll just go with flaming hands again.
I love how you hesitate when they're not on me. You're like, I don't know.
True.
Well, I was just trying to come up with something else to do, man.
I mean, hey, this one is near him, so if you get a cone again, there's a chance you could still get the pants in this in this class.
Why does he not have pants anymore? All right. Oh, that's a 9. That is a 9.
9 total sounds like a loss for the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As your spell sputters out, the embers again kind of flaring up for a moment. Everybody gets a glimpse of the surroundings, and you're left in the darkness with this thing maybe squelching towards you all. It's really unclear in this strange echoing dark environment where you're struggling to see. So here's what's going to happen here, I think. is you hear a loud boom from the far side of the bridge somewhere deep in the darkness there, and a dim, again, very distant, I should say. So because of that distance, a dim glow begins to shine from this ruin that was otherwise quite far away in the darkness, but otherwise would be a clear line of sight to it, like the facade of a castle. And this dim light is just starting to like seep through its stones and around, or rather like out the mouth of its ancient gatehouse and little arrow slits. That dim glow is just starting to light up, and you can see that in the far distance. Where you are right now, still pretty dark, but something is happening over there. And let's say, should probably do a little morale for these guys actually. And it sounds like only the one that is still tangled up on the ground near you is sticking around, as you no longer hear the plopping of those round stones and they're rolling anymore. So it sounds like whatever those other ones were doing, they're done and might be leaving the area. So there's just one of these things on the ground, still happens to be near Terry because it was where you attacked. So it's definitely going to try to just climb up onto you. But that is only a 9 to hit you.
Not gonna do it.
Okay. So
Not gonna do it.
Marin's turn. What are you doing?
How far from the ledge is this last one? Like
Do you want it to be very close to the ledge?
I would love it to be very close to the ledge.
It's very far away from the ledge.
Yeah, it's only a couple feet from the ledge.
I'm just gonna wind up and kick it.
Cool. Okay.
Unarmed strike.
Just gonna punt
D20.
it.
D20. Make an attack.
15.
Excellent. Okay. I kind of have to do this though. Does it stick to your leg at all? You need two. You need 2 yeses for it to stick.
Okay.
Stick your foot, and then you got to shake it off.
And I did roll a double yes. So you did some damage. Roll a D4, but it's stuck on your foot. Sorry. You might still be able to finish it off here with this kick though. Just roll a D4.
4.
D4 and plus your strength, I guess, if you have any damage for that.
So 4.
4 damage. Okay. This thing is, oh man, you just feel the limpest strength left in its body. 1 hit point remaining on this creature, but worth it because it could still technically do a chunk as it comes around to its turn. So that brings us to Terry. Now you got another friend with this thing stuck to it. What are you doing?
Just give me like.
He's pretty near the edge.
Just cut his foot off.
It's my flame foot. Come on.
God.
You have other appendages.
Yeah. All right. I've wanted to light a torch for like 10 minutes. I am going to try to rip off this thing and throw it down this chasm, even though Ryan knows it can fly. Terry's not thinking super clearly because it's dark. I'm sorry. I'm rolling. Well, it's a strength check. Am I rolling a D20 or a D16? That's the question.
I would say we have like the very dim light from the oars, but still do D16. We're in darkness pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 on the 4. And a 1 on the 16. So I believe that's a fumble? Is that is that an attack?
Yeah, it's definitely an attack. Yeah. I don't know if we want to fumble right near the edge of this cliff. Let's see here.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, you have a fumble die listed somewhere on your character sheet.
I do. I roll a D12.
Okay,
I roll a D12 for my fumble.
So roll a D12 and then minus your luck modifier if you have one.
Okay. That is so that's gonna be a 7.
7. You drop your weapon. It says you must retrieve it or draw a new one on your next action. So just a nice little. Does the dropped weapon clatter into the chasm?
Yes.
No, it does not. Teetering on the edge. Your sword is still with us. All right.
However, Miriam does. No.
Yeah. It is Judd's turn though. Vertolaine, what are you doing?
Oh goodness. I think we should make a break for it, guys. Yeah. Let's go.
There's one left.
Well, I can't use flaming hands anymore.
Oh, it's actually on Marin.
Far away.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still on him.
It's
we
on
don't
his
need to worry
foot
about
too.
it.
The elf is
It's
not
fine.
running away from this thing right now.
I am going to. So I do have a dagger.
Sure. Gonna cut off his flame foot?
I'm gonna try to just slice the little guy off his foot with my dagger.
I cast amputate.
Here we go. It's a 16. -1, by the way. -1 on a melee.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's
because...
enough to hit this thing for sure. So roll the damage. Oh, and this thing only had 1 hit point left. So you definitely...
Well, no.
Oh,
I have a
go ahead.
-1 to my roll because I have -1 strength. So that's a 9.
Oh, a 9 is still exactly what you need to hit this thing. That was its low.
Oh,
AC.
cool.
It's a 9.
Okay. Oh,
Flee
cool,
from
cool.
a bunch of water balloons. Come on, guys, we're here.
Yeah, for real.
So that's a 1. That's a 1. So
right.
he's
And
dead.
so, and with 1 damage, the slime is dead, and there's really not even any damage left over to roll onto Marion. So unscathed. Wow.
And why does you're all thinking, why does Vertolaine look so disappointed?
And you hear another distant boom from across the way as the light begins to glow a little bit brighter, and a strange echo, almost like that voice you had heard from the King of Elfland, a deep, like groaning, grating sound, almost like stone grinding together.
Well, I guess
What do you
let's
wanna
go
do?
across the-
Rip up my other pant leg,
We're going across. All right.
wrap
Let's
it
go,
around my
man.
torch, and light it.
Okay, we're lit. I'm not going to start another timer because I don't know if it's
We're lit.
for whatever's left will take another hour. So,
Yes.
all right, rope is still across the gap. So we just kind of I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, like sort of monkey bars climb across or somehow crawl across there.
Yeah, I'm going to use all of my limbs because I'm
Sure.
not very strong. So I got to put everything into it
Sounds good.
and
Sounds
just
good.
shimmy across.
Okay. And because it is dangerous but still easy, will require a roll for this. So I'll leave this open to you guys as well. Like strength would probably be an obvious choice for Terry if that's what he's best at. And if you can justify using a different stat, our wizards, you could try.
Strength's better than anything else.
Okay. Vertolaine, any creative
Or-
ideas for how you're getting across?
I whisper sweet nothings to the rope to hold me.
I'm not gonna go. Maybe if it was a magical rope.
Oh.
I mean, you
I could try
also,
casting rope work to
I was
to
gonna
make
say,
a rope that would get me across.
if you still have
Instead.
another rope, something else to maybe increase your chances a little bit. Yeah. So
Maybe what I will do instead of trying to climb across this thing is cast rope work
okay,
and create a rope. It creates a rope out of nothing.
got it.
And I can do anything with it. So basically I want to cast this rope that will then just pull me across to the other side.
Okay.
That will be my goal.
So that'll be your attempt. Why don't we do that first? Because some other result
Yeah.
of rope trick could help the others before they attempt. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost it.
So let's say like you kind of take out maybe some, whatever material component you usually use for this, some threads that start to like form and weave into this rope that's like extending over the edge. And then suddenly, I don't know, a moment of distraction perhaps as those threads just like split apart and fall down the chasm. Okay, so now if you have no other idea, I guess just a strength check from everybody.
Yeah.
Roll at least a 5, including your strength and any other modifiers you're going to have here. And this could also be a great time to burn luck.
I'm gonna burn 4 luck because I rolled a 1.
Was it a natural one though?
No, it
Oh,
was
okay,
it was a
good.
2.
Okay,
I
good.
have a -1 strength, so
Okay. All right.
so yeah. So that means my luck is now. What did I say? How much did I say?
4.
You said you
4.
burn 4. Oh,
4.
yeah.
Yeah. So that means my luck is now 9.
Okay. Marion, Terry?
I got 16.
Great.
I got a 9.
Excellent. Okay. Somehow, and with a little luck, you guys make your way across this rope.
It's kind of a lot of luck.
Yeah, it was a chunk of luck, actually. All right. In the torchlight, you can see around you this road leads to a set of wide stairs that lead up to this castle in the distance. These short steps, dwarvish carved. So they're kind of like not a high rise and then like a good stride till the next one, kind of leading off into the distance, just building up toward this large facade. As you're approaching, that glow getting brighter, not only because you're nearing it, but because something within is happening. Another boom as you're closer. Some of the rubble, some dust even like sprinkling off the facade in front of you. And you see, as we're actually, let's maybe pause. Are we doing anything before we approach here?
I believe we are walking torch held high towards this castle that clearly
Not
contains
unless I can put the
something
castle
terrible.
to sleep.
Doesn't seem so, no.
Yeah.
Terry came for treasure, and there's treasure in that warp castle, especially if there's a dragon guarding it. Come on, let's go.
What's your
Okay.
AC, Terry? What's Terry's AC?
16, less than yours.
Oh. No.
And I believe
I
we have the
suppose
same HP right now, so.
I suppose I could try to cast Magic Shield on you, but I'm afraid at this point I'd just lose it.
Hmm.
Or kill you. I
Who knows what'll happen? Yeah, so, all right. So if nothing else, you approach this bright ruin. So now almost even like washing out the light of your torch. This faint green light, a faint tone to the otherwise bright light, lighting up the interior, what would be the interior of this stone castle that seems to have been hollowed out. The inside, you can actually see like the layers of the different levels of this castle. Looks like they were just sheared away. The whole inside is kind of like a big hollow orb, big sphere. And down in the bottom of this ball, basically this empty spherical space that's in here, is pooling. Actually, you probably see the last of those round stones roll down, tumbling into that pool. And once it touches the surface, it kind of like splashes into it, just like becomes this sort of liquid. And forming in the base of this pool of this greenish stone, pooling together, starts building up into a figure of some sort. It looks like it has like 2 legs, much larger than yourselves, even larger than that thing guarding the entrance of the cave, probably 20 feet high, as it slowly coalesces. And from some crude mouth, just like gaping, you hear this kind of slurred voice. Yes, I am whole. I am free. And it's just like dripping this stone all around. What do you guys do?
pee my pants. No.
Oh, and I'll point out one other important thing. Also kind of sloping into this pit, this like, again, kind of like hemispherical pit that this thing is like forming in the base of. There are 2 chests just kind of like toppled on their sides. Looks like the metal on these chests is made of hexaron. These look pretty nice and probably hold some important valuable stuff.
How far
Just
is the
saying.
closest chest to Terry?
Is it a near distance away? Yes, it is. So there's one within a movement of you.
Cool. And there's none of this molten.
No.
between
There's a
me
clear
and it?
path to it. Yeah. All that goop has kind
Oof.
of like formed into, and when I say goop, again, this is like this malleable stone, not the pink slime anymore.
Mhm.
This is whatever
Yeah.
green stone surrounded the Hexaron ore has formed up into this giant golem-like creature.
And how far away from us is it?
It is probably like 2 moves away from you guys in the
Okay.
center, the very center of where
Okay.
all that stuff had been pooling.
Okay.
But it looks like it's, starting to kind of get its bearings and make some kind of move. So what are you
Okay.
guys going to do first?
Drop the torch, run to the chest.
Okay. Oh yeah, and also that bright light is like kind of just pouring out of it as weird like globs of the stone are moving around. It's just like pockets of kind of open pockets, like opening and closing again, and whenever they open up, it's like this bright light sort of pouring out of it. Okay. Now, you move toward the chest. Try to crack it open right away?
Yeah, this is not a finesse thing. I'm going strength.
Yeah, go for it. So just roll strength.
10.
10. Okay. Not quite able to bust open this thing. You don't even hear a trap go off inside, so maybe it's just safe. But yeah, not quite enough to open that. And what are you other two doing right now?
In order to make sure that we get these chests, and because I am the most healthy, I'm going to move forward and just stand in the way of this creature to try and distract it so the others can get to the
Interesting.
chests.
Okay, trying to
I
distract.
draw my sword,
the
I
giant
like level
creature.
it at it, and I just
Okay.
wait.
Okay, and Vertelaine?
I am going to cast sleep on Miriam. No.
Too bad.
I'm going to attempt to
Okay.
cast sleep on this thing. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm gonna do some spell burn here.
Yeah, and you're going to
I'm just-
describe the spell burn too. What does that look like?
No, I don't know. I'm gonna burn. Let's see. I guess I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna burn stamina. Has there a limit to how many points I can burn? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna burn all my stamina. No.
Oh yeah, you don't want to go down to 0.
Right,
You don't want to, I
right.
think 0 stamina would probably be you're dead. 0
Yeah,
strength is
yeah.
like you're enfeebled,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I think what I want to do is burn 4 stamina. So that's going to take me down to 5, which is, I don't even know what the modifiers can be on that. All right.
You have 1 hit point.
I have 4 hit points.
You did.
It's 4
Huh?
times that. many.
Oh.
Or
Yeah.
are you back down to 1? What happened?
No.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
I
okay.
still-
Gotcha.
minus -3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, let's make the
Okay,
spell check because this
54.
could be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds
Yeah.
like it will be with spell burn involved. So
Oh, so I rolled with my modifier a 19, so that would make it a 23.
nice.
So swan's wings rise from the earth to enfold the target. That's what's happening here. So what I say, 23? So it's up to 4 targets must save or fall into a normal sleep for 1d6 hours, or 1 target can be placed in a supernatural sleep for 1d4 hours. The supernatural sleep.
Yeah, it can only be disrupted by dispel magic
By
or
spell, yeah,
similar
right.
cancellation effects. So
Right.
it sounds like we'd want to
So-
lean toward that one.
But yes.
You only want the one
But-
target as well.
But both normal and supernatural sleep must have a specified interrupt condition, which automatically awakens the target. So again, he has to be kissed by a prince.
Okay. Any of you guys a prince?
So that's
I thought it was
1d4.
the prince. I thought it was the artist formerly known as Prince.
So 1 hour.
Okay.
So it's 1 hour, but he has to. There's a will save, so he has to roll a will save.
Oh, right.
DC
And he would have to beat. What did you roll?
23.
Yeah.
23.
I rolled a 23. Yeah.
And a will save. Okay. I don't know how to. Okay, I crit. I crit, and he has a +3 to will. I'll take a picture of this and like send it to you guys
Oh
or something.
my
I swear to
gosh.
God, because I don't want to. I can't like
Oh
lift
my
up the die.
gosh.
Can I put down my camera? It's the blue die here. It's the blue die right here.
Oh my
Push it towards you.
gosh.
So wait, here, back here, boom.
Yep.
Like, oh wait, where's the camera? Yeah, it was a 20, and he's got a +3 to will. So he rolled exactly what he needed to save. That's the luck of the die. Wow.
No.
So here's what,
that was so
yeah.
good.
that was incredible. And this was equally incredible. That's the nature of it. So
Oh man.
what happens is as you cast this die and these swan's wings rise up from the stone, like in this ghostly fashion, but then very real feathers even like flit and blow away from it, kind of catching the rays of this strange light leaking away from it and like wrap around this creature for a moment. And you watch as it starts to just form back into kind of like one large sphere. Then suddenly those swan's wings start to turn green and the light oozes back out from it and then just bursts into these feathers now everywhere, kind of fluttering back down to the ground. No, I'm free. And it starts to charge towards you guys. So
Cool.
we have one of you who's kind of right in front. And then the two of you. So why don't you guys roll initiative, but it's just going to act right now, I guess. And then we'll have you three back to back to back. So we'll just.
Mirian, what's
rolls
your
quick.
AC, Mirian? Sean,
Currently
what's your
17.
Okay.
17.
All right.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. We're all pretty good.
I just want the viewers at home to know that Sean rolled incredible stats.
Yeah.
Right. If anyone can
Yeah.
see that sheet, it was crazy.
My rolls have not reflected it.
Yeah.
Used up all your luck.
I have a 13 for initiative.
Okay.
Oh
And
yeah,
a 4 for
initiative.
Marion. Okay.
One. A 1 after all my modifiers there.
Wow. Okay. All
'Cause
right.
I'm wearing my armor still.
So, Giant Golem is going to go first. And it, do we just, yeah, let's see. First, it is just going to reach a giant stony mitt down toward Marion and try to grab you. So it's +5 to his roll. That's a 17 to hit. Didn't you just say that's
So
your
that-
AC?
That's the exact as my armor class. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he rolled a 12 +5, grabs you. So you take some damage in his grip. 5 as you're held there. And so he's just holding on to you right now. And then with his other action, let's see, we'll just take one step toward, surely Vertelaine, who tried to just send it back into its long slumber, but only a 2 to hit you. So 7 total. So holding Marion, missed Vertelaine as you just duck beneath its hand or something. And then we still have Terry at the chest at the beginning of this round. Looks like it'd be much easier to open now if you want to just try to bust that now that you've loosened it up.
I mean, yeah, Ryan cares for his friends, but Terry is in it for the treasure.
Especially since that one guy burned his fancy pant.
That I said my friends, not.
Oh,
like,
and
the guy
you don't even have to roll to
yeah.
open it now. It's just like, are you opening it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just
I'm
say
open.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Things moving.
Okay.
All right. So inside, you find a hexaron item, and you can choose if this is a weapon or a type of armor.
Weapon.
Okay. So it could be hexaron longsword or whatever you want, or we can look really quick if you want to take a peep at other items. But I think longsword's going to be one of your better options as it is.
Sure.
Okay.
Just had an
you know what?
apostrophe.
Two-handed sword.
Okay.
if I
So
get to choose.
Yeah. So do that, and then instead of a D10, because it is made of Hexron, it'll do a D12 of damage.
Amazing.
Cool.
I drop my shield, and I pick
All
up
right.
deduct the point of AC.
And so this time, finally, yeah, you're able to just kind of kick open that chest like you tried to do to the first one, grab the sword, and you're free to still make an attack or do some other movement here really quick.
Against my better judgment, I'm going to run at this thing and swing my new sword.
Do it.
How high up can I go for the wrist that's holding the elf? Or is it too far?
A mighty deed.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Sweet. That is...
And certainly with a mighty
that is-
deed, you might even be able to cleave it.
That is the idea here. That is a 19.
Definitely a hit. You only need a 12 to
Cool.
hit this giant guy, even though he's made of stone.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So that stays a 3. I'm rolling a d12 plus 1. That is 14
Wow.
points of damage in total, and I did in fact get I got a 3 on the D die.
A 3 on the deed die. Okay. So it's going to be very easy for Marion to escape, but we'll still need a check on that. Didn't quite cleave open the hand yourself. Okay. And it is Marion's turn now.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Do I have the ability to still swing my weapon in his grasp or no?
Yeah, I would say that could be your attempt to escape, basically. If we do,
I'll do that then. I'll
do a
I'm
good
just gonna
chunk of
swing
damage.
down.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. That's gonna be 7.
7, no good. So you're either struggling to get the right angle based on how you're held, or it just didn't work out. Okay. Vertalaine, what are you doing?
I'm going to try to put it to sleep again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you still
I don't have much else left. Yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Come on. No. I just rolled a nat 1. Nah.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
So I lost sleep. So now the only spell I have left is rope work.
Well, and you didn't only lose it. Come on. We got
Yeah, I know.
figure out
So I
what
got to roll on
other thing
that.
happened here.
Roll 1d6. 1 on the 1d6.
Okay. Corruption
modified by
misfire.
modified by luck, which is 0. So
Okay. So
corruption plus
corruption.
misfire.
No, I think it's
Corruption
just
plus-
corruption, right? Because when you rolled a 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 0 or less.
0 or less is corruption
Misfire.
plus misfire.
Right.
Yeah.
So just roll another d6 for the corruption.
4.
And with a 4, oh, okay, we roll a minor corruption on that table. Wow, table to table action going on here. So, where are they?
Magic is mysterious and
Yeah.
gonzo.
Okay,
Yes.
roll a d10, and it's minus the spell level, which is 1.
1. Where's my d10? There it is. 8.
An 8. The oh, is that what you rolled, or is that -1 as well?
That's with the -1. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, character's facial appearance is permanently disfigured according to the magic that was summoned. Maybe you always look sleepy now.
I got bags under my eyes.
Yeah, the examples it gives are: if fire magic was used, their eyebrows are scorched and their skin glows red. If cold was used, their skin is pasty white and lips are blue. Yeah, so it seems like you're maybe just look like you're horrifically
Baggy.
fatigued.
Yeah, just dark circles around my eyes, bloodshot. Yeah.
As all that sleep magic, yes, stays
Yes.
within you, but not quite enough to put you to sleep. Okay, wow. Back to the thing, as it's definitely just going to squeeze Marin, and you're just going to take 2d4 damage here, 3 damage to you, and it'll try. Yeah, it's going to go big and use its. Oh wait, no. If it's squeezing you, it's going to try to also grab somebody else. Yeah. Okay. So 17 on. Let's actually do that randomly. Even will be Terry. Odd will be Vertalaine. Odd is Vertalaine. So 17 to hit you
That is a miss
because of
I'm
the
wearing my
armor.
armor.
Excellent. Oh, and right. Okay. Good. Okay. So yeah, no damage to you. It was just those 3 damage to Marin in his grip. Okay. But that's his turn. Back to Terry.
I am going to try to literally disarm the
Disarm.
golem here. And
I see what you did there.
Get it? So that's a 3 on the deed die, and then a natural 1.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Fumble table.
All right,
Here
so
we go.
D12. That's a 10.
A 10 means you should have maintained your armor. The joints of your armor seize up, freezing you in place. You cannot move or make an attack for 1d3 rounds. And if you were unarmored, you would not be affected. But that is, I rolled 3 rounds. So that really stinks as you're locked up unless we find some other way to get that armor off. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe for flavor, even that's like some of the, as you had sliced with your previous attack, some of that stone kind of leaked onto you and like started to solidify the joints of your armor. Okay.
Welded shut.
Marion.
I'll go ahead and take another swing to try and get out.
Do it.
Come on.
And you can burn luck.
I think this might actually hit. It's an 11.
You need a 12.
A 12. I will burn 1 luck.
Okay.
There we go. All right. There we go. 12.
All right. So yeah, roll your damage. Tell me what that is.
Good. That's going to be 10.
Wow. Nice. Yeah. So you're definitely freed as you slice off one of its fingers and some of that stone splashes to the ground. Now you're just holding. What are you actually fighting with? You have some, I guess, mithril item. Two-handed mithril sword. Okay. All right. And Verlaine.
Well, I guess I'll summon a rope.
That one was lost too, wasn't it?
No, I haven't used it yet. I haven't tried. Did I?
No, you tried it.
Oh, it did
again, and I think
did
it was
I lose that one too?
Yeah, because that's what we said. Like for flavor, it was like
your
thing fell into the chasm.
Well, all I have is a dagger that and a -1 to attack. So
unless we can think really creatively here. So this is also a scene where like, is there something that could conceivably be around that would help you here?
Okay. I mean, I'm really weak.
Oh yeah. There's another Hexeron chest that probably contains a Hexeron item. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. So I guess I can try to jimmy that open with my dagger or something.
Yeah. And that's definitely here. I'm also leaving that open as like, if you guys think of something else that could be in this area, I guess, in the ruins of this ancient castle, that could be helpful. But yeah, so as you rush over to that chest, give me a something check again, if you could justify something besides strength if you really want to, or just burn a bunch of luck on it. If needed, maybe you'll just roll well.
What about agility? I mean, at least I wouldn't get a minus if I use my agility.
Okay, to try to tinker the lock open really quick. Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
Still need a 15.
You know what? This is it, man. So I rolled an 8.
Okay.
So I'm gonna burn 7 luck.
All right. Yeah, Verlaine's definitely on his last legs anyway, so might be good just to use up everything on him, and then maybe he'll die, and new guy comes in last second. We'll see. Okay.
And cast rope work. Okay. I gave the other guy the same spells.
Yeah, so you open that up. There's a Hexeron weapon. Oh, you already have armor in here, so I assume you would like a weapon. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what can wizards use?
That is a good question.
Use?
I can.
We do have.
It's, I think, going to be like staves and daggers, and maybe something else.
I feel like you can use a short
wizard is trained in the use of dagger, longbow, long sword, short bow, short sword, and staff.
Okay, I'm thinking of Shadow Dark. Yeah. You got a lot of options there. You want some arrows? You want some Hexeron arrows?
I think a longbow with arrows would be better, or a longbow or a short, would be better than, because that's an agility based weapon. So
It's also range, and you don't have to get close to the
yes,
stupid thing.
exactly, exactly,
Right.
exactly. How about a longbow and some arrows?
A longbow and some arrows sound good to me.
Actually, maybe. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. And instead of, I think a bow normally does a D8, this would do a D10.
Okay.
To just double check in there. Okay, yeah. Canonically in DCC, a longbow is actually D6, but I have like literally written in the rules next to that 1D8, just because a longbow has to do D8 in my head. I don't know. So that's so this would actually, again, being Hexeron, D10. Yeah.
Okay.
So boop boop boop. That was that one you actually had to like use your action to crack it open.
Yeah.
But now you have this item. You're by that one chest. Terry and Marion are, I'm thinking, closer together here. But are you close enough for him to hit both of you with this attack that he's going to try? Yes, you are. If you guys are, is that conceivable as well? Because I'm kind of manipulating the position there a little bit. Is that cool? I just rolled a yes that you guys are probably close, because you probably are. Yeah. Felt right to me.
Froze
okay,
up cool. Like cutting him out, and then he got out.
Dropped.
Right.
True.
We're next to each other.
Okay. So once again, this creature opens its mouth, roaring something about not wanting to let you ruin its freedom after all this time. And as it opens its mouth, that light begins to pour out of it and wash over you all. And I need both of you to make a DC 15 check. And for this saving throw, again, I'm going to let you kind of justify how you're trying to resist this effect of this light washing over you, and you feel it start to like singe your very eyes. What are you doing to try to avoid whatever's happening here?
I have something in my inventory. I don't know if it would really work. If it's this light that's burning me, I'm going to pull out my hand-sized mirror and cover my face with it best I can to try and reflect it back at it.
That sounds really good. Yeah. So definitely, okay. Equipment instead of even the save. Yeah. I think still make a check, but like, I don't know. I try not to go to like DC 5, but I really want this to work. So yeah, just DC 5. If you can root into your pack, you still got to get this thing out of your bag. So yeah, it's at least a 5. Yeah.
DC 5.
Normally I'm like, if it's lower than 10, no, but like you don't even bother, but I still want something here because this could be big. So yeah, just roll a 5.
Just a normal D20 or?
Well, D20 plus intelligence for finding it in your bag really quick. I don't know. Is that some work for you?
Yeah. That's 21.
All right. Woo! What were we worried about? Okay. And Ryan, what are you trying to do here? Terry, I should say.
Well, moving is out of the question. So I'm going to tilt my head.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to try to tilt my head so that the hat I am wearing covers my eyes, because I feel like that's all I can do.
Okay. So for that, I'm going to say maybe agility to try to I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I'm imagining. It sounds like agility to me.
Yeah.
It's not strength. It's not personality. It's
not strength. It's a 3, so it doesn't matter what it is.
Okay. And you are blinded and take 5 damage as you just feel this burning in your head and this booming voice echoing in your skull. You're blinded for
Terry's
dead. Oh, Terry's dead.
Oh,
okay,
Terry's
so
dead.
he's definitely blind just forever now. Okay, or well, he's down. He's down again.
He's down.
And it's really, really not a pretty situation for Terry as he just, rigidly falls to the ground. And that was the creature's turn. So Terry being at the top, you're just unconscious right now. And you don't roll anything yourself. There's not like a death save here. So Marion, you're up, and you can try to stabilize him if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm absolutely just going to hold the mirror out and lower down to Terramaya and do my best to help him.
Okay.
In the face of this creature.
Just take the sword. Take the sword and run away.
No,
I will say that as well.
I need to beat you fair.
The creature definitely has taken some chunks of damage out of it as you've cleaved off these big heaps of stone.
I'm gonna try to bring Terry up at least best I
Okay.
can.
So make a what did I say? Did anybody try to? How did we stabilize you before? Did I say DC 10?
Intelligence.
You
Intelligence.
did intelligence. I don't know what the DC was, but
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't remember what the DC was.
Yeah, I feel like it should be 15.
21?
I think you had rolled a 16. Okay, great. Yeah. I pretty much use 15 for everything and then 10 sometimes. But I really never go below that. It just kind of worked for the chasm because it was like, we got to have something here. And that one, which is also important. But you totally stabilize him. So he's not back up or anything right now, just stable. And then I guess on your next turn, Terry, you will roll that luck to see if you awake.
Sean, am I
were you
able to
saying?
move still?
Yes, totally.
Would I be able to try and like slide under the creature's legs to get it to turn around, ignoring Terry for a minute?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, I'll do that.
Sliding down into the basin here. Cool. And then Vertalaine, what are you doing?
All right.
With your
Am I
new bow.
far enough away from it to shoot with my new bow? To shoot it with my new bow?
Totally.
Okay. All right. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, good God. I just rolled a 2.
Okay. So that's a miss as your arrow flies off into the distance, or maybe catches an edge of it or something, but not enough to affect it seems. And do you want to move at all? I don't know.
So where am I in relation to where
Right now
Marion
I'm kind of
is?
imagining we have like in the very center of our ambiguous space is the creature.
Right.
We have you and Terry kind of like off at odd angles from it, and Marion more or less right near it, near the middle.
Okay. I'm gonna I want to stay kind of the same distance I am, but kind of move in front of the creature. Yeah, does that make sense?
I think so. Yeah. So just still staying far away, but facing it is all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that'll take us to the creature's turn. So I'm assuming now also the three of you are split up enough that you're not right near each other. So it can't use that same move on everybody. I think it is just going to try to reach down and grab Marion, who's trying to distract it. So that's one more grab attempt with its good hand, and I rolled a crit. And this is really nice for me, guys, because I played a session of D&D today, and I literally rolled 4 nat 1s during that session. So I'm totally feel morally fine with rolling multiple crits on you right now. And so yeah, it's going to grab you for 2d4 more damage. 8 damage to you, Marion.
That's
and it also crit.
Zero.
So you're also at 0 now. Terry's going to be rolling his luck in a second. Okay, yeah. So it grabs you. You're back in its hand, and I guess it's just going to try to grab Vertalaine, who's the only other one still moving around over there. So I guess it'll now finally take some steps away from the middle and reach over to you. Oh my God! It's another 20. I just rolled same die, 2 20s right in a row. So yeah, I don't know. That's happening. And he's just going to grab Vertalaine too. And for 3 damage to you, Vertalaine.
Okay, so I am down to 1 hit point. I'm still standing.
Still standing. Okay, very interesting. I feel like we're about to have we're on the edge of a TPK. So Terry, you're unconscious. Make a luck check to see if you wake up.
Okay.
You want to roll under your luck.
14.
Yeah, so you're just rolling a d20 and trying to roll at or under that.
Lucky number 7.
Excellent. So now you're awake. Roll a hit die. See how many hit points you regain.
I have a D8. What's my
10 is a warrior at least. It might be 10? A 12 even, actually.
A warrior is a D12.
Okay.
Warrior's
cool,
a 12?
cool.
Okay.
Roll a D12. And also, I'm just saying, I don't think that's like the real mechanic for how we regain hit points, but that's what we did for Judd, and that it works off the top of my head right now. So, yeah. So what'd you get?
8.
All right. So you have 8 hit points. You are on the ground and probably still held right now, I think, right? Did we say 3 rounds that you were locked up?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm still stuck in my armor.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but your
And-
next turn, you'll be able to move.
Am I blind?
Oh, you were only blind for the 1 round I rolled. So you can see
Okay.
again.
Cool.
All right.
I'm lying. I'm just lying on the floor, like looking around.
What just happened? Yeah.
Frantically. Just my
And
eyes are
you're-
moving.
Yeah, your heart's racing. You can just hear the pounding, like dull footsteps of this thing, random flashes of light, and probably slowly through the air, still the last swan feathers reaching the ground from that spell at the beginning of the battle. We are at Marion's turn, who is held, and I think you're also unconscious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you don't roll a luck right now because you're just bleeding out right now until anybody can stabilize you. Okay, taking us right to Vertolaine, who's up, right? I'm losing track. You have one hit
Yes,
point?
barely. Barely.
Yeah, okay.
Gosh. I mean, I guess I'm just going to try to shoot it with an arrow again. I don't really know what else to do at this point.
Yeah, you got your friend unconscious in his hand.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in
'Cause
its
I
other
can't-
hand. Yeah.
Am
Yeah,
I?
you're
Oh.
also held by it, right? That's how
Oh, did it grab
damaged
me?
you. Yeah, sorry. You're
Okay.
also grabbed by it, but you can still
Okay.
shoot it or stab it with an arrow or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll just try to do that.
Okay.
from its hand. Okay, come on. Do something. That's a 11.
An 11, no good.
Yeah,
You're struggling in its grip. We're back to its turn. It's going to squeeze on Marion, dealing some damage. And I rolled max damage there. Not that it actually matters. It's just like now this is like your last, on your upcoming chance here is like you got to survive. Like if no one gets you up. And 6 more damage to Vertolaine in his other hand.
Which means I'm dead.
So you're also
Or
unconscious. So we have one lone warrior left standing. Oh, and what's up, Sean?
I just had one question. Did using the mirror do anything to it?
No.
Or was it just, okay, just save me. Okay, I just want to make sure.
No. Yeah. It wasn't going to, it's already made of stone. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Our lone warrior, Terramaya, with his Hexron sword, his armor just loosening up in front of this thing. Your 2 friends, one of them, actually both of them, what did we just say? Both of them, unconscious, limp in its hands of stone. What do you do? It looks like it could take easily a few more sword hits left too. I'm just putting that out there that like it's not like in one final blow range yet. So
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. The dice are going to tell me if Terry lives to tell the tale. No, I'm going to run up the back of it like it's going for a colossus.
All right.
2-handed weapon, back of the neck. Assuming I can get up that high. But I'm going to run up a bit as far as I can and try to stab it in the back.
Yeah.
As high as I can.
We just want kind of high on the mighty deed for the cool action run up there and the good hit.
Not so cool. 20. Dirty 20 all told.
Excellent.
I got a deed and 20 total.
Okay. What was the roll on the deed die? Just
3.
3. Okay. So you're up near its head, able to land this strike. So roll your damage.
It's 14.
14. Man, another really good chunk. Okay. It definitely like drops down to its knees as you slice off and like see this big gap open up and like light pours out from its throat for a second, and it starts to kind of like reconnect, like sort of rolling back over still. Oh, here's a good one. Does it drop Marion? No. Does it drop Vertolaine? No. Okay. Still hanging on to both our friends here.
I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't even know what
I don't either. I was just, as soon as I was saying that, I was like, oh, maybe he wants them to be in his hands. Oh, anyway. So they're both still held, still unconscious, and no one to wake them, as in just a moment, Marion will return to the return to Elfland in one form or another. So yeah, on this thing's turn. Oh yeah, I think it'll be cool if it just tries to reach back with your two dying friends and like smash you with its fists where it's holding them with both of its attacks. But it only rolled plus 14 and a 16 to hit you.
16 hits.
Okay, so you do take 6 damage.
Still
as
up.
you're okay, as you're punched and you see Marion just like gasping there, maybe eyes wide for a second as it rolls over into Marion's turn. So you're dead, now is when you roll, or you don't roll the luck now. You could theoretically still roll a luck to see if you live like later, but without having been stabilized, we're not going to do that immediately. And so it just sends us right to Vertolaine, who is unconscious as well, and no one's able to stabilize you either. So you're unconscious. Terry, anything else? As now, let me get the total damage on this thing because it's not excellent. We are in one final blow territory again. If you actually hit big here, I'll say it only has 12 hit points left.
I mean, what do you got to lose, man?
And you've done 14
up there.
damage twice, so yeah.
I'm already up there.
Yeah, you're already up there. I would say unless you roll like a fumble, it kind of can't miss at this point. So what's the attack roll?
So not mighty, but 15 total.
Okay, still enough to hit. Yeah.
So I don't get the D die on the damage.
You still add the D die to damage, whatever you rolled on it.
7 total points of damage.
7 total damage. You want to burn a bunch of luck and just add it to the damage roll?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't know I could do that on damage.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I have 14 points of luck.
Yeah, so you only need to burn
that
5
is-
even.
No, I'm going all in, man.
Okay.
That's
all the
21
luck.
damage. That's 21 damage.
Wow. Okay. So luckless, you fully sacrifice your fate. and with that, as your, again, the universe ruled by luck and the forces of law and chaos, you funnel it all into this attack, somehow forcing that will with your warrior might, and your Hexaron sword, as it pierces all the way down, like deep into its body, you can hear the sword and feel it, the pommel in your hands, as the entire blade just shatters and these Hexaron fragments spread all throughout it, slicing back almost like magnetically to the edges of the basin and just dicing this thing into a bunch of pieces as that stone slowly pools down back toward the center in this like weird liquid form. But like a really fast acting cement, it's actually starting to solidify around the bodies of your friends and even your own ankles as you're, now on the ground, able to just sort of drag them up on the beach, if you will, of this now cement pool beneath you. So it's some stone like hardening around their ankles. But all else is silent as you've saved your friends. The entire cavern now only lit by the torch you had dropped on the ground, your burning pant leg wrapped around its end, as it sort of fades into darkness. And I think maybe you can, we still have Vertolaine. You can make a stabilization check on him to try to get him awake really quick. No, you made fun of the pants. Okay. All right. Well, with your cool hat and cool pants and your dead friends and somebody locked up elsewhere in the mine, that is where we will wrap things up.
At least you killed it.
Yeah.
That was great. That was fun, man. That was awesome.
That was a lot.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry for not saying earlier that you could add luck to damage.
Yeah, you know, man, I like that a lot.
I think we still ended up with a pretty cool ending there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Miriam got to sacrifice himself.
Yeah. I guess I did
for the good of the group.
I lived longer.
Thank you
Bob.
guys. That was dope.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, man. And really, seriously, it means it. it's really cool for me that you were willing to do this. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
thank
happy
you.
to do so. This was a lot of fun. Got to test out this adventure, like I said.
Yeah.
That worked out. And hey, I got to rebalance my own luck today by rolling a bunch of crits on you guys. After I think it might have been 5 natural ones that I rolled,
Oh,
and it was
my
like the
gosh.
kind of thing where like it truly, like the luck was apparent around the table. Where like in a combat, we were all rolling really low. This was the
Yeah.
first session of a campaign. We almost got TPK.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy I was able to restore that by restore balance in the universe here.
Cool. Well, why don't everybody give a quick tell everybody where they can find you and all that before we sign off.
Sure.
We can start with Ryan. You're at the top. So
Okay.
and then we'll go around and do Bob last. Or Bob after.
I'm Ryan Doyle.
Sean.
No, I'm at the
say it
vertigree
again. I
table.
was talking. Start over. I was talking at the same time as you.
I'm Ryan Doyle. At the vertigree table, at R.DOT Doyle. If you can't spell vertigree, because few people can, R.Doyle. Thanks for hanging out. I had a blast. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And I'm Sean. You can find me at The Delver, I think on Blue Sky as well. And this was really awesome. I'm really excited. I've been waiting to play this for a long time, so I'm glad that I got to play it here with you all for the first time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And of course, I'm Judd with at Short Rest Studios, and
I am Bob at Bob World Builder. And yeah, thanks again for putting this all together, Judd. Like this was, you're the mastermind behind this, and so thank you for organizing this and everything. It was a lot of fun to run this with you guys, and glad, like Sean said, like getting to introduce you to the system a little bit was really cool. So
yeah,
thanks.
yeah.